garbage.
President Biden has since said he was referring to hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico used by a comedian at a Trump rally over the weekend. Former President Trump, though, says the current administration has treated the country like garbage.
There's never going to be an excuse for what they've done to this country. For the past 9 years, Kamala and her party have called us racist, bigots, fascists, deplorables, irredeemables, Nazis, and they've called me Hitler.
He says it's time to turn the page, which is what Vice President Kamala Harris says about him holding her own North Carolina rally in Raleigh.
We know who Donald Trump is. This is not someone who is thinking about how to make your life better.
Calling Trump unstable and consumed with grievance.
In less than 90 days, either he or I will be in the Oval Office.
Repeating her pledge to focus on a to-do list if elected president, with lowering the cost of living at the top. White House spokeswoman Karine Jean-Pierre just confirming President Biden will attend the inauguration, no matter who wins.
It's not about him. It's about the American people. That's what the American people need to see, regardless of who wins. The American people, he understands this, needs to see a peaceful transfer of power, and that's what you're going to see from the president. And that's part of that, right? Attending the inauguration.
Jean-Pierre also says the FBI will investigate ballot box fires, calling the incidents unacceptable. In Oregon and Washington state, there have been reports that incendiary devices used to set ballot boxes on fire had Free Gaza written on them. America is listening to Fox News.
Life takes a toll on our bodies. No way around it. Whether it's sitting hours on end at your computer or working a physical job, over time, your body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain. Relief Factor. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor helps support your body's response to inflammation. The difference, instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good. And it's 100% drug-free. If the pains that come with living a full life are affecting you, do as so many others have. Turn back the clock on pain with Relief Factor. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. When you feel good, it's amazing how much more you get out of life. So visit ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Try it for only $19.95. While we can't stop aging, not yet, we can stop pain. Turn back the clock with Relief Factor.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis as sidekick producer and sports raconteur extraordinaire. It's almost Halloween, and the mechanical mangler at the controls. It's Flounder. It's a freaking hump day, baby. I'm almost afraid to ask what was going on in the mountains of Macon before you showed up here, mystery man. Oh my God! I think we'll have to come back to that in a moment. First, Flounder, what's new in the Cave of Darkness in there? Sorry.
Same old. Just looking at that weird thing next to you.
I have no idea what it is or anything about it, but I'm not going over there.
Looks like a protester.
Some kind of a something. It's the Mr. Death. It's the Death guy. I'm so with a new skeleton, a crown. What do you call it? A throne head or some kind. Oh, my God. 304, how's it going? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. Okay, now you're driving me crazy here.
The best thing is to go to a party for 3 hours and not say a word and just go right next to somebody and just look at them. Just don't say a word and then leave with no one knowing who you were.
And this is, tell them your other second favorite thing. Going to somebody on a park bench.
Oh, yeah. You sit down next to, or someone sits down next to you on the park bench. Yeah. Be real quiet for about a minute, and then just look. Don't look at them. Just look down and go, "Did you bring the money?"
I don't see a briefcase.
You a cop.
Did you bring the stuff?
Anyway, now, you're not shinoling me about tomorrow is actually a costume day here around here, a Halloween, right? Flounder, do you know about this?
Yeah, Halloween. So I think Amanda and Bella wanted everyone to dress up because they're going to do some fun social media stuff.
Oh, my God. Now, are you going to...
yes, I will.
And you want to tell us what you are in advance?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh, and I don't want to wait and see. I want to know what you're going to be, damn it. Now, what about Veronica? Is she going to show up here with you?
She's got to work. She actually got a promotion.
Oh, my God. There goes
Pay no attention what's going on over here.
I didn't hear anything. Did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything.
Is that Hitler?
Is that you? I didn't
Is
hear.
that a Nazi? I think it was Hitler. I think Hitler was in the room.
Bad skeleton. Bad skeleton. He's causing trouble. I can't take him anywhere.
Now, Flounder, let me ask you this. Have you two thought about having a his and her costume duet thing, like M&M's
we
or
would,
something?
but the problem is we just moved, so a lot of our costumes are at the other place, and
how's the moving? It's got to be a nightmare still.
it's not too bad because she doesn't want any of my stuff, so none of it's going from the apartment.
Oh, I mean,
what are you doing with it? Just chunking it? Leaving it?
No, she has a bunch of coworkers, some younger coworkers who are in their early 20s who are moving out of their parents' place, and they're happy to take my stuff.
Oh,
so
that's
even
great.
though it's been destroyed by Lucas.
Yeah, well, Lucas, the friendly podcat.
Podcat.
Yeah. Well, and how's he doing? And he and Winston are still
They're getting along. Yeah, so when we're not there, I keep them in the basement.
Yeah. Anyway, well, that's good to see. That squirter doesn't work really. I have to take the top off and then use the paper towel and
Someone left something to.
Yeah, it's good. I clean this every night before I go home. I clean the anchor desk here in the studio.
Yeah, they complain about you. They just left a big Coca-Cola ring here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think that would
My
be...
hand was sticky just sitting here.
I don't know whether that's the Rhino or the Smart One or Tug. I don't. There's hard, of course. They have a lottery to see which one gets to stay home twice a week. So I'm not sure how that works. Anyway, how you doing? 307 Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And I'm doing the election. Don't forget, election night. We'll be here till for a while. See what's going on.
At least 8.
Yeah, at least 8, whatever. And in fact, Nucky's Hoagies they just contacted me. They're going to be bringing in some chow, which is great. And we'll be here having fun. And by the way, they tell me tomorrow, costume time here at this radio station.
Really?
106.3. They wear oh, golly, you'll be stuck in the mountains of Macon.
Gosh,
Oh, darn.
I'll wear a costume up there on
You
camera.
like wearing costumes. I remember back at the old station, you'd always come dressed up on Halloween.
I would.
Yeah, because you had a bunch of different masks.
I have a lot of masks.
Yeah, you wear a mask thing.
I'm not going to wear any others today. Just that one.
I told Edgar, Matt Edgar, the PD, that he should go as Anthony Fauci.
There you go.
He does kind of look like Fauci a little bit.
Did he hit you?
No, he started laughing.
Believe the science. Believe the science.
Just have him wear a mask.
Oh, my God. By the way, we have a special treat coming up around 3:30-ish.
Oh, boy, this is an
The
all-timer.
longest
This is a lengthy one,
event of our special
That's what she
live
said.
entertainment for you today, thanks to Pete Davis. So and that's coming up.
And I'm a little nervous because Flounder is
I didn't
taking
realize.
the lead role.
I didn't. I just saw the
Too
first
late now,
page.
baby.
I saw the first page,
Too
and I
late
just.
now.
Yeah.
Now you're it. You got it. You got the role. You have the number one.
You know what? If he screws it up, we can do it live again later in the
Do
show
it
and
second
flip to the
time
around.
and make him.
Don't screw it up.
I like it. By the way, we have a whole. Yes, it's true. The president of the United States called us garbage. And by the way, they're going to talk about. Well, you'll hear him talk about apostrophes, and that he didn't say that. They just said Razim Bravim, the podium princess, Shirley Temple, little rainbow patty girl with the pasted face, and she just had the balls to say, he didn't say that.
Oh, no,
I said, wait a minute.
No.
We were there. I saw his lips moving. I heard the words. What do you mean he didn't? That's not what he said. Yes, that's exactly what he said.
It's Orwellian.
Oh, my God. They're just, no, you never said that. That was an apostrophe. They actually illegally, against federal law, changed the transcript of the official White House document. Mm-hmm. And they complained Donald Trump. They got raided at Mar-a-Lago with SWAT teams because they had documents that they knew about. I mean, these freaking people. And by the way, they do hate you.
They do. They hate us all.
And incidentally, we're gonna follow the string. We're gonna follow the string. It started with Putty Tat and Ferguson, Missouri, and then George Floyd. I mean, this whole thing was all the Democrats from along. And now, remember what happened. Here's what happened. President washed her daughter. This man is not a nice man. Joe Biden is not a nice man. He's a criminal and a pervert and a child molester and a sleazebag, empty shirt handled by puppeteers. And he got elected because he hid in the basement and said, we're going to make it all nice again. No more mean tweets. We're going to bring America together again. And did exactly the opposite from day one. Remember? Yep. Everything he did. We are now white supremacists. We are deplorables. We are racist. We don't want a little brown people coming across the border, and then we're fascists and Nazis and Hitler followers, and now we're garbage. And he started it. And Carmela's side piece, we're going to talk about her speech last night. I refused to watch it. I read some stuff about it, obviously. She actually had the balls to call Donald Trump everything but Hitler again, and a fascist and a Nazi and a danger to America, and then said, and it's time to stop pointing fingers at other people and bring America together. Oh my God! They impeached him twice. They had 4 felony trials against him. They tried to keep him off even the docket had to go to the Supreme Court, and they tried to kill him twice. And now they're saying he's Hitler and he's the danger, and they're the party for openness and oh my God, the one party.
Yeah, they're the peace party.
Honestly, I'm freaking dying. We got all that, man. Yeah,
Scotty the window guy.
Well, I knew something was going to happen. Hey, Scotty, you're on the radio, man. What's going on?
Hey, Semper Fi, welcome home. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
And then shout out to YouTube Mafia
there you go.
as well. But how's it going, garbage? I don't think that I've ever talked to anybody as garbage. I guess we're garbage now, right?
It's just unbelievable. And again, it wasn't a mistake. It was not a mistake. He said it because and again, this is why they've kept him off the campaign trail. He's a grouchy old man, and when he thinks he's all of a sudden in charge again, he says stuff like that which just come out of his mouth because that's what an old man does. I mean, it's, he's shouting, "Get off my lawn." And he doesn't understand. And by the way, I think it's hysterical that he threw her under the bus. Again, last night was her goodbye speech from the place where,
It's goodbye, all right.
The January 6th, stuff like that. And he threw her under the bus by taking all the heat. And now she had to, she had to respond to it. The podium had to respond. I mean, it's just hysterical. These people, they're eating their own. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Well, what he did last night, my wife has been a nurse for 22 years. He is clearly showing signs of dementia.
Yeah, it's over. He doesn't know how to behave. Yeah,
he doesn't like Kamala, which makes it even better for us.
Well, when she loses, boy, all hell's going to break loose.
Oh my God, I'm prepared.
I know.
You got your ammo?
Yeah, Scotty the window guy. Thanks, man. Okay, now this is a very Flounder will do a cut number 8 here, if you don't mind. This was an extremely important day in the history not only of broadcasting but of also all kinds of things of the culture of America. 1938, on this night, Orson Welles broadcast his radio play, War of the Worlds. Cut.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News. At 20 minutes before 8 Central Time, Professor Farrell of the Mount Jennings Observatory, Chicago, Illinois, reports observing several explosions of incandescent gas occurring at regular intervals on the planet Mars. The spectroscope indicates the gas to be hydrogen and moving toward the Earth with enormous velocity. Professor Pearson of the observatory at Princeton confirms Farrell's observation and describes the phenomenon as, quote, like a jet of blue flame shot from a gun, unquote.
It was the Mercury Theater, Orson Welles, prime time in the golden age of radio. Most people turned in to hear Charlie McCarthy and Edgar Bergen on NBC. And Welles introduced the play. They broke into this Mount Jennings Observatory. We're going to hear some more stuff through the afternoon. One announcer of the crash site emerged from a large metallic cylinder. Good heavens, something's wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake. And another, and another, and another. They look like tentacles. War of the Worlds. 3:14, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on the day before Halloween. 106.3. How you doing?
It's Flounder, and the Kimmer Show is live every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m.
You don't accidentally misplace money for Ukraine. You don't accidentally release billions to Iran right before they start funding wars. Trump is fighting against the people who have the ability to manipulate everything we see and hear. If you're still supporting Trump amidst one of the greatest indoctrinations in history, congratulations, you're smarter than they expected.
The Kimmer Show, every afternoon from 3 to 6 p.m. on XTRA 106.3 and the XTRA app.
That would be 3:15, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230. If you're sick and tired of calling garbage, let us know. In the meantime, I'll help you become safe and sound. I was thinking about this today. if something, at my age especially, and my kids live out of state, if something happened to me and my kids got word, they would want to know things like, where are my Social Security card thing information? Where are my credit cards? If they have to maybe hold on to my credit cards, if they don't know whether I lost my wallet, if they can't. Wait, stuff you don't know about. If you keep all those things in a safe place, in the safe place from Atlanta Safe House, you'll be a lot better off. In fact, it scared the heck out of me when I was down in Florida, retired, lost my medical records, didn't have my safes down there. Had Atlanta Safe's house, have big, beautiful gun safes and everything, bolt them right from the inside into the concrete floor of your garage or basement or whatever. And again, protecting your stuff. So if something happens, your kids know where to go. You not only your living will, but your medical record. Maybe you're in the hospital and they need to find out where you went the last time for a doctor. Your kids will know, or your friends will know where to get your stuff. Atlanta Safe House, protecting your things. Gun safes, by the way, they're still on sale, saving hundreds of dollars on those babies, by the way. Business safes, high security safes. How about a vault door? And again, I love saying this, they can make you a family storm shelter. Jeff and Mark, you'll love these people. These are patriots all the way, protecting your assets and protecting your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
It's time to turn work into fun with Exmark mowers this fall from Howard Brothers. Exmark mowers are built for speed, precision, and durability, making every cut cleaner, every job faster, and you can have fun doing it. Whether you're mowing lawns or tackling leaves, Exmark gets the job done fast, giving you more time to enjoy the season. So gear up and save time with mowers the pros trust. Visit Howard Brothers to check out your next Exmark mower today. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Tune into your new favorite show that's redefining the A to Z's of marketing, The Marketing Madmen. We'll take you behind the scenes of successful campaigns and reveal the strategies that win. We're not just talking about marketing, we're making it happen. From viral content creation to leveraging AI for customer engagement, our experts bring you to the cutting edge of industry. This is your playbook for market dominance. Tune in and transform your approach with actionable tips that could skyrocket your ROI. The Marketing Madmen every Saturday at 4 p.m. right here on XTRA 106.3.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made, premium name brand turf at factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. ATLturfco.com.
Who doesn't want a great smile? The world seems brighter because it is. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? That's only one reason to see my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler at Atlanta Smiles. The other reason, of course, is to take care of your teeth. If they're going to make your life miserable, we all know that. But when's the last time you were smiling before you walked in the door like me? Because I know Dr. Dina and her staff are the happiest Kimmer babes you ever saw. We're going to fix me up, and I always take the gas. They tell me my best stories come out that way. And you can actually get a doggy right there, napping in my lap, a little doggy. I said, go ahead, work away. Dr. Dina's a Navy vet, ranked a master dentist, which only 1% can say. She's been doing veneers since before anybody even knew what that was. My first visit was 30 years ago. Cosmetic dentistry, cleaning, bridges, crowns, especially keeping your teeth and gums healthy to last as long as you do. Veterans Automatic, 10% discount. Just tell them when you call. 404-263-7733. It's AtlantaSmiles.com. Your new smile's waiting for you. AtlantaSmiles.com. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Ask for the doggy. AtlantaSmiles.com.
You have enough to deal with after an accident. You don't want to spend a lot of that time messing around with insurance companies. Besides, what are you going to say to them? You really know the ins and outs? David Van Sant at Van Sant Law does. He used to work for the insurance companies. Their worst nightmare. He knows who to call, what to say, how to listen to them, and he has your best interest at heart. Van Sant Law, 855-GA-INJURY. VanSantLaw.com, 855-GA-INJURY.
Look out. It's Halloween, baby. Damn there. And the end of daylight saving time, Saturday night over Sunday morning. Here we go. In fact, I always have I love to teach, to beat my kids. I tell them I try to be as early as I can and remind them every day till then. I'll remind them to change their clocks. I get kind of kick out of it. Michael Jackson. Hey, 2019, the top earning dead celebrities, Forbes magazine. We did this the other day too, a different year. 2019, Michael Jackson's earnings dwarfed others for the 7th year in a row. Michael Dead Jackson earned in 2019 $60 million as his music streams rose to more than 2 billion streams and money kept pouring in his back catalog. Elvis Presley was said to have made about $40 million, George Harrison $9 million, and John Lennon $14 million in 2019 after they had already passed away. Our birthday list includes Ivanka Trump. She's 43 today. Happy birthday, Ivanka Trump. And I remember this story. In fact, I Googled a picture here just a few minutes ago. I remember as a little boy, and again, I'm a baby boomer. So my parents grew up in the Depression. And you're going to wear that all day. You're going to drive everybody freaking nuts.
This is the
Jesus.
Anti-Klan hat.
That's the opposite of the death mask. Did you make that, or is that way it comes?
This is an executioner's mask.
I was going to say, that's a little different from the Mr. Death walking around with the scythe or whatever it is. Jesus. That's pretty freaking freaky. Anyway, Repeat Flounder, as you can tell. So I remember as a little boy, and I'm a baby boomer, so things were, the Depression to my parents was life. I mean, that's what they lived through. They were born in 1718. So they were, living as children through the Depression and for a very long time after. Anyway, and I remember this picture, and it was a famous picture, and I Googled it, and you can still find it, because on this day in 1945, the government announced the end of shoe rationing. For years, leather had been in such high demand for the war that the government limited the amount of new shoes you could buy. Nobody got new shoes. And I'm telling you now, I Googled the picture called New Shoes, and it's a picture of a little boy on a porch in Austria at the end of World War II who is hugging his knees with his new shoes. And it's just called New Shoes. And you can see the joy of this little boy that he got new shoes and how much that meant to him and the family after suffering through the war. God, I'm getting choked up thinking about it. Holy crap. Can you imagine what they went through? Children.
In England, Jesus. They were on rations to the 1950s.
Exactly. I mean, when it was gone, it was gone. It took a long time to get it back again.
Sugar, all that stuff.
I mean, oh my God. To say nothing of gasoline and fuel and energy. Oh, my God. And if you've never seen the picture, it's a little boy, black and white photograph from 1945, I think, and it's called New Shoes, and he's sitting on a porch hugging his knees in his little new shoes. And I remember when I was seeing it when I was a little boy watching and seeing that thing.
Well, you got today's cry out early. So
who had the over under?
Trump just picked up a celebrity endorsement because of the garbage thing.
Oh, who'd he get?
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar, that's right. And by the way, everybody in the world is now going to be a garbage bag for Halloween.
Easy.
Which is pretty easy. Got a garbage bag, cut some holes, and paste on some Kleenex or something, or paper bags or whatever. Anyway, a couple of tomatoes, you'll be fine. Okay, here we go. Apostrophe my ass. This is unbelievable. Freaking White House, you bunch of lousy, dirty, stinking slime bags. I mean, they hate America. They hate you. They think you're so stupid.
It just says. We were talking through the break. Sam Donaldson's head would have exploded.
Oh, my God.
What the blank are you talking about? We heard him. It's Orwellian. Don't believe what you hear or see. Only believe what we, the government, tells you.
At 3 o'clock, they had the podium princess, Shirley Temple, a raggedy rainbow Andy girl, and she actually had the balls to say, Peter Ducey asked her a question about, does he really feel people are garbage who don't... He said, well, he didn't say that. He was talking about... he never said that. I saw the man. I saw his lips.
Ducey should have got up and said, here, I've got it on my phone right here. You want to see this?
Yeah, let me show you. Got it right here. Jesus. Now they're saying the White House, in a transcript of the speech, actually added an apostrophe. So so that he could claim that he was just talking about that one guy's being garbage, that one person's comments.
Oh, I thought he was talking about he was talking about the supporters' garbage.
Yeah, the supporters' garbage. And back at his own home, his own garbage was read. I mean, this is just unbelievable. And then earlier, of course, Biden, President Crime Family, the child molester, said, well, earlier today I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spurned by Trump supporter, which is the only word I can think to describe it. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. So he didn't apologize. He didn't say I was wrong. He didn't say anything else. He just said, well, the guy's a disgrace. His thoughts are garbage, and that's all I was saying. Oh, okay, sorry. You don't think this means anything? This is the October surprise. Not really, maybe. I'm hoping.
I don't think there will be one.
Well, certain. I mean, we haven't had one yet. I don't know.
Well, I thought with Israel bombed Iran that here we go.
Nobody cares on that right now.
Well, Iran hasn't done anything back because they know they're going to be treated like Hezbollah and Hamas just was treated.
And plus, they got to see what happens next week. I mean, I think a lot of this depends on. I mean, everybody's kind of waiting to see.
Yeah, because if Trump wins, the spigot
goodbye
is turned off.
That's right. Yeah, everything changes. Oh, my God. Anyway, all right, let's play cut number one here. This is incredible. Just in case you missed it, here's the actual soundbite that started it all. Cut number one, Flounder, if you will, sir.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of things is unconscionable, and it's un-American.
No apostrophe.
No, there's no apostrophe in that.
I thought for a second he was going to say, I grew up in Puerto Rico.
From a middle-class family. Didn't he claim to be Puerto Rican once? I know he's black.
He's claimed to be everything. Yeah. He was Asian. He was black.
By the way, some of the talking heads had an easy explanation. A guy on CNN said, as someone who has a stutter growing up, it's very obvious to me. It's very obvious to me that there is an apostrophe at the end of the supporters word. He was referring to garbage spewed by supporters, not simply the supporters. And an MSNBC host and White House bureau chief for Politico, Jonathan Lemire, we're going to talk more about him later again, too, accused Republicans of having, quote, seized on Biden's comments. Sorry, we seized on it, to claim the president was criticizing half the country. It's certainly a story on the right. We're trying to paint this as the next basket of deplorables, referring to Hillary Clinton. Okay, wise guy. Cut number 5, Flounder, if you will, just for the fun of it. Hillary Rodham Pea Stinky Fart Cabbage. Number 5.
You could put half of Trump's supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables. Right? The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. But that other basket of people are people who feel the government has let them down. The economy has let them down.
Yeah, whatever.
A Democrat economy, a Democrat government.
The last 4 years, incidentally. And host Joe Scarborough. They're trying to make a firestorm out of something. Joe Biden obviously doesn't believe that. Joe Biden does believe that. Joe Biden does believe that. He literally thinks that you and I and Flounder and everybody you know who would vote for Trump is a danger to America. He believes we are dangerous. He believes, and again, I mean, the only party that wants to eliminate their competition tried to kill him, tried to put him in prison 4 different times, and impeached him twice. And they're calling for unity, and they're calling as though we're the danger. They just acted like Nazis for the last 4 years.
If we win, we're not coming together. We're coming for you.
Oh my God. Let's see. Jason Whitlock, I like this guy. He says, you can clearly hear Biden say the only garbage I see out there is the supporters and his demonization. They're editing to say his supporters' demonization, shameful gaslighting about the Lemire guy, flat out lying and spreading a dishonest transcript. Sure, Trump topped out at 47%. A good third of the folks who aren't enamored with him loathe Democrats more. It's not remotely near the country. Biden appears to insult Trump's... The New York Times said Biden appears to insult Trump supporters as garbage, but quickly tries to clarify. Substack journalist Mike Schellenberger, I love this guy, says that's disinformation. What Biden said is clear from the video, and now the White House has altered the official transcript in a potential violation of the Presidential Records Act. Did they talk to Biden to ask him what? Oh, this is really cool. When asked for a comment, the White House refused to tell Axios national political correspondent whether they had confirmed Biden misspoke. He asked them, did they talk to Biden to ask him what he meant? The spokesperson said, I want to go off the record. Axios says, no, we can't go off the record, so they refuse to talk. In other words, we know the answer.
Yeah.
You know the freaking answer. And by the way, for the record, the comedian who made the comment was a comedian. He was joking around. He was an idiot comedian.
Stupid thing to say.
It was a stupid thing to say, but he was still joking as a comedian. It was meant as a joke deliberately. Joe Biden is the president of the United States, and he was not joking.
Nope.
You can't tell me that the one is worse than the other and you not include Biden to be the one that's worse. He was the president, is the president. And he was not joking. This is way different than a comedian making a stupid comment. They never well, it doesn't matter. Now, how are we doing? We'll come back. We'll do a little kabong here. We got some more. Marco Rubio. By the way, that was pretty cool when Marco said, I'm going to interrupt everything here. And then Donald Trump, talk about a class act. Holy crap. Yeah. And they call him Hitler. I don't see Hitler forgiving his enemies, in public. His immediate reaction was, it's okay. You'll hear it coming up. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder right here. 3:30.
Atlanta radio legends, proud military vets, national network experts are all on XTRA 106.3.
It's going to be an interesting couple of months.
With live and local shows in the morning and afternoon, and the biggest conservative hosts in the country throughout the day. We are always here with the latest news and opinions you need.
There's no chance if the media and the Department of Justice and social media are all against you.
No traffic interruptions, no former shock jocks, just Atlanta legends you've turned to for a generation. The conservative voice of Atlanta. XTRA 106.3 FM and the XTRA app.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
As the year comes to a close, now is the perfect time to evaluate your estate plan to protect your hard-earned assets from the high tax rates. Nelson Elder Care Law is here to help you keep your assets secure for future generations. As a family-owned and family-focused business, our mission is to exceed your expectations, offering absolute assurance and peace of mind. With our expertise in customized estate planning, Medicaid planning, probate administration, guardianship, and conservatorship, we protect what matters most to you. Schedule a free legacy planning meeting today to discover how we can help families just like yours. Don't let the government decide how to spend your money. Contact us at 678-250-9355, 678-250-9355. Or visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com. Nelson Elder Care Law, your partner in asset protection.
XTRA 106.3 listeners are falling in love with Nucky's Hoagies in Roswell.
Me and my wife now find our favorite sandwich place. That food over there was great.
Yeah, those rolls are so soft and sweet. I mean, it was just melt in your mouth. It was, and the steak was tender and juicy and flavorful. I can't say enough about it. It was very, very impressive.
It was so good.
Make Nucky's Hoagies in Roswell on Woodstock Road your new favorite spot for lunch or dinner. Nucky'sHoagies.com.
Hurricane Helene, a chemical plant fire, port strikes, Iranian attacks. These recent events remind us how critical it is to be prepared. While panic buying has led to shortages of some products, True Prep still has inventory on hand, with more arriving soon. Don't wait until disaster strikes. Prepare today for a worry-free tomorrow. And if you're unsure where to start, True Prep's knowledgeable staff is here to assist. Visit True Prep in Marietta on Cobb Parkway or online at trueprep.com. That's TRUprep.com.
It's fall, y'all. And no matter what your family has on the plate, Subaru of Gwinnett has the vehicle for you. If you're headed to a game, then tailgate in style in the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. It holds everything you need for the tailgate and keeps the most precious cargo, your family, safe. Maybe you're just taking a ride up to the mountains to see the leaves or driving to spend time with the family. Wherever you're headed this fall, the 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. And we're proud to offer you so much more than a car buying experience. At Subaru of Gwinnett, we extend that saving to our amazing and reliable service department, where you'll get unmatched service and specials you'll love during our fall service event. Visit us on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth and let us show you how our family can take care of your family. Or start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Something special is coming up right here in just a minute. Ramones. Here we go. Oh my God! Now he's got the face of the old deaf man. What is that? The dreaming dreamer? What, the nightmare? What do they call that thing?
A scream.
The Scream. The Scream.
Right?
The Scream. That's what I couldn't remember. Oh man, that is. By the way, that is a horrible freaking. Yeah, no, I can't look. Hold on, we got him coming on. Let's quickly. Zero Modes here, and on this day in 2007, Linda Stein, former co-manager of the punkers Ramones, was found beaten to death in Manhattan at her apartment. Miss Stein was the ex-wife of Seymour Stein, former president of Sire Records, which was launching pad for Ramones, Talking Heads, and Madonna. Mrs. Stein was one of New York's leading estate agents. Her clients included Sting, Billy Joel, longtime friend Sir Elton John. He told the New York Times he was absolutely shocked and upset. She was found beaten to death. Good grief, I wasn't even there that weekend. I hold everything to the phones. Adam, Sandy Springs, Adams. Oh, Adam, me on the radio, man. How's it going? What do you think, sir?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon, Semper Fi. Yeah, so I want to say we may not know who wins the election for maybe days, weeks, or maybe even months, because say if Trump is projected the winner, the Democrats have this guy. I want to let you listeners know. His name is Mark Elias. He's this election lawyer that the Democrats use all the time, and he was responsible for a lot of these election laws being changed in states like Pennsylvania.
Really? Well, now the Supreme Court just upheld the right to block non-citizens from voting. And again, that's one more step, but I don't think it's over yet. But again, Adam, I've never seen anything like this. And you know that if Donald Trump is the winner, they're going to go nuts. They're going to fight it. These are the people who complained that they were election deniers. They're the ones who need to be asked every time, will you accept the results of this election? And they're going to say no. So if they lose. Idiots.
And I also want to mention another. Jamie Raskin said a few weeks ago that he's going to do everything to prevent.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What did he say?
All right, Semper Fi, guys.
All right, thanks, Ad. Appreciate it. 3:30.
Kind of stepped on what he was trying to say there. Well, I know we're shocked.
No, the problem. I got a delay. It's a delay. It's just a thing. It's the new modern thing.
It's your ADHD. Here's what happens. You ask a question, and they get 2 words in, and you think of something else, and you start asking a second question.
I'm not good. I'll try to be better. We got something special now. Don't go away here for our birthday list includes Kevin Pollak. Kevin Pollak is a very funny guy.
He is, and a good actor.
He's a great actor and a very funny comedian. I've seen him do stand-up routines. He's a very funny guy.
His Christopher Walken is dead on.
And Peter Falk. Have you ever seen him do Peter Falk? Oh my God! Sure. Well, our thing, sure.
He does a good Jack Nicholson too.
He does them all. He does. In fact, there's a story that he had in front of Jack Nicholson. Somebody asked him to do
William Shatner.
Oh, and
not only that,
that's another one. In fact, let's get him later. Can you find one of him? Let's play
in the movie A Few Good Men. Jack Nicholson had left. All his shoots were done, and they had to do some reshoots where he was not in the picture. But they had Kevin Pollak stand in to where he would sit so he could do the audio.
I'll be damned. You want me? I know. Anyway, Kevin Pollak is 67, under-the-radar actor stars, and I agree with that. Few Good Men, Grumpy Old Men, The Usual Suspects. That was a weird role. The Whole 9 Yards, The Wedding Planner, Joanna Man or something. I thought.
And he was in The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And him and Tony Shalhoub play like brothers-in-law, married into the family, and it's hysterical.
Did I mention Tony Shalhoub's sister was... Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry.
She never called back, did she?
No, she didn't call back. Poor, I'm so sorry.
Why?
I'd still like to apologize. I'm the worst interviewer in American history. I swear to God. I'm the worst speaker and the worst interviewer in America. I listen on, and I'm also the oldest primetime major market radio talk show host.
Yeah, thank you. Paul Harvey's dead, right?
I bet you that's a thing. I wonder if that's a thing.
I bet you are.
In a major market prime time, in a major market afternoon or morning drive, in a major market in America, I wonder how many people are older than I am in a full-time, 5-day week job.
It's not something I think they'll put a billboard up to crow about.
Nobody's going to name a school after me. I know that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. On this day, 1952, and it's something very special. 1952, Clarence Birdseye makes history at a time in America when food storage was a very serious issue. 1850s? So Clarence Birdseye started selling the first frozen bird's eyes as a snack. It was incredible. No, he sold peas. I'm sorry. It's not bird's eyes.
Same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
You ever taste the English peas?
They're not good. They're not. Yeah. Just fuck them. All right.
Is it time?
It's
me.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we bring you something very special. The Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse. Today's episode, Baby, Please, I'm Not from Havana. The scene, a typical suburban home where Mr. and Mrs. Jockelmeyer live, but there's trouble in paradise. Mr. Jockelmeyer is unable to plant a child in Mrs. Jockelmeyer, so they agree to use a surrogate father. Today's the day for the proxy dad to arrive, if you follow what I'm talking about. Mr. Jockelheimer kisses his wife goodbye and says, well, I'm off now. The man should be here soon. And off he goes to work. Not half an hour later, and just by chance, a door-to-door baby photographer happened to ring the doorbell, hoping to make a sale. Ding dong, the bell rings. Mrs. Jockelheimer answers the door, and the photographer says,
Good morning. I've come to...
Oh, no need to explain. I've been expecting you.
Have you really? Well, that's good. Did you know babies are my specialty?
That's what my husband and I had hoped. Please come in and have a seat. Where do we start?
Leave everything to me. I usually try 2 in the bathtub, 1 on the couch, and perhaps a couple on the bed. And sometimes the living room floor is fun. You can really spread out there.
Bathtub? Living room floor? No wonder it didn't work for Harry and me.
Well, none of us can guarantee a good one every time. But if we try several different positions and I shoot from 6 or 7 angles, I'm sure you'll be pleased with the results.
My, that's a lot.
She gasped.
In my line of work, a man has to take his time. I'd love to be in and out in 5 minutes, but I'm sure you'd be disappointed with that.
Don't I know it?
She said quietly to herself. The photographer opens his briefcase and pulled out a portfolio of baby pictures.
This one was done on top of a bus.
Oh, my God.
And these twins turned out exceptionally well when you consider their mother was so difficult to work with.
She was difficult?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I finally had to take her to the park to get the job done right. People were crowding around 4 and 5 deep to get a good look.
4 and 5 deep?
Yes, for more than 3 hours, too. The mother was consistently squealing and yelling, and I could hardly concentrate. And when darkness approached, I had to rush my shots. Finally, when the squirrels began nibbling on my equipment, I just had to pack it all in.
Mrs. Jockelheimer leaned forward.
Do you mean they actually chewed on your equipment?
It's true, yes. Well, if you're ready, I'll set up my tripod and we can get to work right away.
Tripod?
Oh, yes. I need to use a tripod to rest my Canon on. It's much too big to be held in the hands for very long.
Mrs. Jockelmeyer fainted.
And scene!
Oh, there you have it. Another spectacular... Pete Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
Author.
Unbelievable. Baby, I'm Not from Havana. Another presentation of the Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Theater Bad Text Playhouse. A presentation to keep you, the little people, from doing something horrible as we bring just a moment of happiness into your otherwise miserable little lives. Boom. Well done, boy, Pete.
I have to say, I think I did pretty well.
You did very well. The deadpan was great.
You were both wonderful.
That's what she said.
No other way to explain it.
The best ever. The best ever.
I love it. 404-741-1230 is our name. Number.
Oh, no. The reviews are in, Kemmer.
Oh, what did you get already? Now we go.
Let's see. Variety. Boffo.
Oh, Boff is good.
Kristen. That was awful.
Wait a minute.
That was the best one ever.
That was the best one ever, probably. No question about it. As a 3-4, I tell you what, Flounder. What for the heck of it? This is no. We'll do that later. No, you know what? Let's do it. This is War of the Worlds Day. Orson Welles with his War of the Worlds from Mercury Playhouse Theater, and this is the other way of doing them. Last year, it might be kind of fun to run these together. 1938 was the day he came out with the War of the Worlds, and people listening to it went nuts. And let's play cut number 9, Flounder. This is why they were going crazy when they heard this on the radio.
Wait a minute, something's happening. Humped shape is rising out of the pit. I can make out a small beam of light against a mirror. What's that? There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror and it leaps right at the advancing men. It strikes them head on. Lord, they're turning into flames. Now the whole field's caught up by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks of the automobiles spreading everywhere. It's coming this way now, about 20 yards to my right.
It's indescribable, ladies and gentlemen. I can hardly force myself to keep looking at it so awfully.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to circumstances beyond our control, we are unable to continue.
Oh, that was all right. Go ahead. Play it.
Evidently, there's some difficulty with our field transmission.
Wow.
Anyway, I mean, this was unbelievable. And people knew it couldn't have been real because there were parts where someone was saying, I'm here in Trenton, New Jersey. And then like 3 minutes later, I'm here in New York City. Yeah. You know, I mean, come on, but still, they were freaked. In fact, I got a little thing. Hold on.
There's a TV movie they made several years ago that's well worth seeing.
Yeah. And one more thing. I got one little thing here. The Federal Communications Commission investigated, said they didn't break any laws. One woman was so freaked out that she, I had it here somewhere, swear to God. Well, anyway, apparently she was ready to kill herself. They found her before she was ready to kill herself. That's how upset she was about it. Holy smokes. Anyway, 346, Kim Repeat and Flounder, day before Halloween at 106.3. It will be a 404-741-1230 's number if you'd like to join us on a little thing with a little thing. 347. There you go.
XTRA 106.3 brings you the big...
I got it. No, we're good. Well, I was Pete Davis. Well, it's your fault. Pete Davis was showing me some of the reaction from you bastards about the rainy day not to cover Bad Tex Theater Playhouse from Pete Davis. Being run over by a car. I mean,
jumping in the street.
Some guy just putting a gun to his head. I mean, jeez. Tough crowd, my God. All right, 347. It's only me. I got to kick. It's a horrible time of the year. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's almost holiday season officially, but the time of year when you have to figure out your health insurance plans for your premium stuff and your pricey things that's going on, and the Affordable Care Act, whatever that means, is not affordable. How'd you like to save like 60% of your current monthly premiums and even get better coverage? Now, I don't know beans about this. I don't read contracts. I'm not like a fine print guy, but I know who is. His name is Steven. Here's the deal. How'd you like to save money on your premiums? Get a coverage program you can afford, especially if you work for yourself, self-employed or self-insured. You maybe got a small business. This Cobra business, man, I got nailed on that one. So I don't even know what that thing's all about these days. But Steven does. The Health Insurance Doctor. The Health Insurance Doctor, solving your health insurance dilemma. He's going to customize a comprehensive program, maybe zero deductible. This nationwide PPO business, I don't know what that is, but he sure does. The freedom choosing doctors, hospitals, saving thousands of dollars. Sometimes it's more than your freaking house note. That's ridiculous. How about enhanced benefits? Maybe dental care, vision stuff. What if you get cancer? Accidental taking care of your business policy, stuff like that. Clients are saving $10,000 a year for their families and businesses. Call my buddy Steven. The Health Insurance Doctor. Here's the number, 678 678-523-0759. No charge. He does it for free. You don't have to pay a nickel. The Health Insurance Doctor. Make it not stink anymore. 678-523-0759. Online, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
Hey, are you paying crazy rates for your health insurance? Call Doug Moore at 770-697-0100. Your health insurance costs shouldn't look like a house payment. Are you tired of having things not covered, like doctor visits, labs, etc.? Doug can help, so call him at 770-697-0100. Doug sells all forms of health insurance. His plans have no deductibles, and you don't have to switch doctors. If you're paying too much for health insurance, Doug can help. He has over 20 years' experience. You can go to his website and request a quote. Go to yourchoicehealthplan.net. That's yourchoicehealthplan.net, or call his cell phone at 770-697-0100. Doug can make a plan that you will be able to use. Call 770-697-0100 and he can help. Or go to his website to request a quote, yourchoicehealthplan.net, and contact him. Doug says don't fret. Go to yourchoicehealthplan.net and he can bring rates down. 770-697-0100.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand and Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions. Each brand brings savory, sweet deliciousness to every meal. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand and your Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
What's up, Atlanta? It's Ben Burnett, host of the Weekend Ben Burnett Show. Each and every weekend, right here on XTRA 106.3, we unpack all the week's events. We talk about all the issues with a local Atlanta-based flavor. You can catch me each and every weekend, Saturdays at 2 and Sundays at noon. If you ever miss an episode, you can go to the podcast park or wherever you download all of your content, and I'll be right there. Thanks for listening to the Ben Burnett Show, proudly brought to you by Butler Snow.
Having trouble finding that luxury timepiece you've been dreaming about? You might be surprised to find it at Diamonds Direct. Diamonds Direct now invites you to our exclusive luxury watch collection, now stocked with some hard-to-find brand new and certified pre-owned Swiss timepieces. At Diamonds Direct, our buyers have been scouring the country finding the watches you can't get anywhere else, including a fabulous collection of new and pre-owned models in immaculate condition from Rolex, Audemars Piguet, Patek Philippe, Richard Mille, and more. We've got Rolex Submariners, Datejust, Pepsis, Batmans, and other hard sought-after models. So if you're tired of waiting for years to get that luxury watch you've been wanting, stop waiting. Walk out with it today at Diamonds Direct. And if you have a fine Swiss watch you want to sell, our buyers are always willing to pay top dollar. Maybe it's time for a trade-in or trade-up. Come and see the all-new luxury watch collection at Diamonds Direct. Get showroom directions, hours, and learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Proud to call ATL home. Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. You need a safe, you just don't know it. And it's Gun Safe Month at the Safe House. Gun sales are at an all-time high. Wherever you store your guns or most prized possessions, don't let a fire or break-in wipe away years of hard work or destroy items that can't be replaced. Secure your valuables in a quality safe from Atlanta Safe House. With over 500 safes in stock, Atlanta Safe House offers the best selection of gun and home safes in the Southeast, and there's no waiting on a safe. Go to atlantasafehouse.com. That's atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, it's a Kimmer. We all know that Affordable Care Act is hardly affordable. Those pricey health insurance premiums are killing me. Hey, if you could save up to 60% of your current monthly premiums and get better coverage at a price you can afford, if you're self-employed or self-insured, a small business owner, you got that COBRA thing going, I got a guy, Steven, the health insurance doctor, can easily solve your health insurance dilemma. Steven will customize a comprehensive, zero-deductible, nationwide PPO something. I don't know what that is, but he sure does, and it's available immediately. You can have the freedom to choose any doctor or any hospital, save thousands of dollars of annual premiums, enhance benefits like dental, vision, cancer, accidental policies, and stuff like that. Many current clients are saving more than $10,000 a year. Call my guy, Steven, the health insurance doctor, and see how much you can save. 678-523-0759. There's no charge. It's free to you. You don't have to pay him. Health insurance doesn't have to stink anymore. Call Steven, the health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. Online, healthinsuranceDoctor.net. 354. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 404-741-1230. was on this day 20 years ago, 04. They came to arrest Motley Crue singer Vince Neil. He apparently was having a concert at Gillies nightclub in Dallas, and he told the sound man he needed more volume on his guitar. So the sound man, Michael Talbert, started adjusting the sound for more volume, but Vince Neil apparently wasn't happy with the speed at which he was doing it. So Vince Neil hit him in the head, knocked him out. Oh, my God. It's new Mr. Skeleton face mask. Oh, my God.
And the jaw moves when I talk.
The what now? The devil moves when you talk?
The jaw.
My God, that's a great mask right there. Oh, my God. Oh, mercy. On our birthday list includes Harry Hamlin, 73 years old today. It says here, your parents knew him as Michael Cusack on L.A. Law. That's how I knew him. Thanks a lot. Oh, you got your double skeletons. That is almost an exact match. Very cool. If you're watching on YouTube. Harry Hamlin, 73. He was the hero who slew Medusa and defeated the Kraken in Clash of the Titans. Harry Hamlin is 73.
Handsome man.
He's got that cleft chin, Kirk Douglas thing going, and the square jaw. Yeah, good hair. Yeah.
I got a square jaw.
Well, I used to. And this day in history, let's see. 2005. The body of Rosa Parks arrived at the U.S. Capitol building, where the civil rights icon became the first woman to lie in honor in the rotunda. President W. Bush and leaders of Congress paused and laid wreaths at the casket in 2004. Rosa Parks. 404-741-1230. 741-1230. By the way, the business about President Slimebag, and incidentally, whatever happened to the 20-plus offshore accounts where the business records show they're making millions of dollars for doing nothing? And people say, well, Donald Trump made money too offshores. Yeah, but he sold things. He had a building. He sold things. He ran hotels and stuff like that. He made money for doing business. The Bidens made millions for doing nothing. Offshore was money laundering.
More importantly, Mr. Shane says we deserve an Oscar. And you got a note there, too.
Oh, yeah. In fact, we were, hold on a second here. Stacy, I got to find it. Crap, I can't find it out. We found out that Nucky's Hoagie, Stacy and Shannon, the naughty little subsisters, are going to be bringing some food for us on election night. We're staying late on election night, so we're going to cover that next Tuesday, which I can't believe it's going to be over. Oh, my God, it's almost done.
Thank goodness.
I know. But anyway, so, Stacy was listening to our presentation there, the Pete Davis special of the Not the Cameras Radio Theater Bad Tex Playhouse. She said, I'm dying. There were like three of those little round things, faces with crying on them. And emojis, and then after that, definitely best one ever. So there you are. So we're making progress. 356. Quickly, here's how Donald Trump found out that President Slimebag called all of us garbage last night. Cut number 2, Flounder, when the Florida governor came up to him and interrupted the rally last night. Number 2.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I have breaking news for you, Mr. President. You may not have heard this. Just moments ago, Joe Biden stated that our supporters are garbage. Are garbage. He's talking about the Border Patrol. He's talking about nurses. He's talking about teachers. He's talking about everyday Americans who love their country and want to dream big again and support you, Mr. President. And I hope their campaign is about to apologize for what Joe Biden just said. We are not garbage. We are patriots who love America. And thank you for running, Mr. President.
And by the way, Donald Trump said, well, I think garbage is worse. He doesn't know, though. You got to please forgive him. Donald Trump's first words were, he doesn't know. You have to please forgive him. Forgive him for not knowing what he said. These people are terrible, terrible, terrible to say a thing like that. But he really doesn't know. He really, honestly, he just doesn't. And I'm convinced that he likes me more than he likes Kamala. But that's a terrible thing. And then Trump called for unity and forgiveness after he called us garbage. Yeah, he's Hitler, all right. Hitler did a lot of apologizing to the Jews, mostly, before he put them in the ovens. And why do you keep voting for Democrats? Why do they keep Jews vote Democrats?
Self-loathing.
Seriously, I don't understand.
It's a mental problem at this point to keep doing that.
Where are the rabbis? Aren't they supposed to be more conservative in various things than then I don't. I mean, I thought that was a thing.
Well, Clay and Buck had the woman on who's Jewish, and she said there's a lot of more conservative Jewish people speaking out, and people who are like middle of the road or kind of on the left centrist, aren't saying anything, but they're voting for Trump.
Yeah. Well, again, how could? Well, we're going to play some more of her word salad. You'll see. Flounder, we have time for a little Nunkies Hoagies. Flounder's funny here for the top of the news.
No, we don't actually.
We don't have time. I blew it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Coming up, I've got an idea for Donald Trump. Next time he comes out of Air Force One, he should slide down the rail of the ladder. No, we used to do it in Phi Delta Theta when we slide down the curling railing.
You weren't in your 70s though when you were in college.
How funny would that be? Can you imagine if he practiced and did it?
No.
Oh my God, the world would go nuts. I mean, imagine him going, right, sliding down the air on his fanny down the railing of Air Force One. Oh, please make him do it. 4 o'clock, Kimmer, Feed, and Flounder. I'll show you. Oh, mercy.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta Safe House.
A day of cleanup for one campaign. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. After President Biden appeared to call supporters of former President Trump garbage.
President Biden took to social media to quickly clarify what he said in a campaign call with Hispanic voters.
Was not calling Trump supporters garbage.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says the president was calling out hateful language about Puerto Rico from a comedian who spoke at a Trump rally over the weekend.
He understood that what he was saying was being taken out of context. So he wanted to be very, very clear about what he was trying to say.
Vice President Harris also asked about President Biden's remarks, says she strongly disagrees with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Both Harris and Trump holding rallies earlier in North Carolina, each urging voters to turn the page, though for different reasons. Harris has another rally in Pennsylvania before they both rally again in Wisconsin tonight. Voters in the critical swing state of Pennsylvania now have more time to apply for a mail-in ballot in Bucks County. A state judge just extending the deadline after the Trump campaign sued the county over claims some voters were turned away before the 5 p.m. deadline yesterday, citing staffing issues. The deadline was for a specific type of ballot known as on demand.
It takes about 10 to 15 minutes each person. Because of that, the county said they really didn't have the resources to accommodate the kind of volume they were seeing yesterday. And they said the 5 p.m. deadline was really only for those applying to receive a mail-in ballot, not complete it on the spot.
Fox's Alexandria Hoff in Bucks County. The new deadline is Friday. Hope for a truce in Lebanon, where Israel's fighting Iran-backed Hezbollah militants. Lebanon's caretaker prime minister reportedly speaking with a U.S. envoy about a ceasefire proposal that would include Lebanese armed forces to monitor and enforce a possible resolution. America's listening to Fox News.
Life takes a toll on our bodies. No way around it. Whether it's sitting hours on end at your computer or working a physical job, over time, your body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain. Relief Factor. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor helps support your body's response to inflammation. The difference, instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good. And it's 100% drug-free. If the pains that come with living a full life are affecting you, do as so many others have. Turn back the clock on pain with Relief Factor. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. When you feel good, it's amazing how much more you get out of life. So visit ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Try it for only $19.95. While we can't stop aging, not yet, we can stop pain. Turn back the clock with
Michael, the mask guy.
Jason.
Jason, yeah. Now, in fact, was he the one? Do I understand correctly that Jamie Lee Curtis was the madman's sister, and that's why he wanted to kill her?
Really?
I have no idea. Is that a thing? I didn't watch it.
Never seen any of them.
Man, you've got like 14 masks in your little bag there. It's unfreaking believable. Man's ready for Halloween.
You know, actually, the mask in Mike Myers, the one he wore, was a Star Trek of
Shatner.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I remember hearing that. I don't think I ever saw more than about 3 minutes of any of those.
I never saw any of them. Didn't care about it.
No, I didn't really care. That's not my kind of thing. Jam Master Jay, on this day, 2002, Run DMC's Jam Master Jay was murdered, an assassin's single bullet at his recording studio in Queens, New York.
No.
I can't believe it. 2002. During the 1980s, Run DMC became one of the biggest hip-hop groups, credited with breaking hip-hop into mainstream music. Jam Master Jay. Run DMC 2002. To the phones, take priority. Roswell Tim from the Roswell Tims. Hello, Roswell Tim. You're on the radio, man. What's up?
Hey, Tim, we're just telling the story about the little boy in the shoes. It reminded me my granddaddy was a combat Iwo Jima veteran, and he told a story. He went back to the beach to get some ammo, and there was a pile of low-quarter dress shoes there where they had shipped them in. He said absolutely worthless in the jungle. So they had just piled them up in a pile about 20 foot high.
Wow.
And he remembered looking at them and thinking if he could only send them home, how proud all the folks back home would be to get them, because leather was hard to get.
Yeah, it was banned. Nobody could use it. Needed for the war, all of it.
Yeah, and part two of that is about, I don't know, a few years ago, I was watching the combat cameraman stuff on Iwo Jima, and they were talking about how many tons of supplies they brought in and put on the beach. And he panned a picture of the beach, and you could actually see that stack of shoes laying there on the beach, rotting in the weather.
Oh, my God.
Where they had shipped them over there.
Oh, my God. Wow. That's cool. Hey, thanks, man. Roswell Tim right here. Thanks, my friend. I appreciate it. 405. In fact, I think I can say this. I'm going to be, there's a World War II combat veteran, European theater combat veteran, World War II, who's a fan of the show, and he and his daughter and so forth. And they're going to come join me at the stable this weekend for a little outing. Be a little kind. He's 102 years old, World War II veteran. Wow. Anyway, birthday list includes Neil Long. Neil Long is Will's girlfriend Lisa on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Shay Mosley on NCIS Los Angeles. She joined the cast after Michael Ferrera's death. Neil Long is 54. If you watch any of those shows, you know who I'm talking about. I don't watch those shows, so I don't know who I'm talking about. I've seen her picture, but I don't know anything about her. Well, I'm doing this for the little people, not for myself. And on this day, 1975... What? He's Mr. Smirky.
Wait, if there's a name on there that you don't know who they are, why are you wasting time by reading it?
Because other people might care that Neil Long, if they watch on NCIS Los Angeles, is one of their favorite actresses, and they may want to know that she's 50 freaking four.
Flounder, way in here. Do you think these people care about these D-list actors?
No, they're a waste.
You should do the big names and the big names only. The only that everybody knows.
Well, what if there's only like one or two?
Then you don't do them.
Or make one up.
Yeah, just make it up. Like the rest of the show.
Hey, I worked very hard to make all this up, mister. Thank you. I'm not even going to do my history.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we got Rocco on the horn.
Rocco, you're on the radio. Hey, Moose. Help the judge find his wallet. Hey, Rocco, how's it going?
Good. Hey, you're welcome, Pete. I had to get in there to stop the history lesson. Listen, hey, man, I got two feelings about next Tuesday.
All right, sir.
One is good, one is bad.
Yeah.
The good feeling is I do believe that overwhelmingly that Trump will win. I just think too many things are going his direction.
I believe.
That's the good feeling.
Yeah.
The bad feeling is next Tuesday, Donald Trump is going to create a 17-year younger version of Hillary Clinton. We're going to have to put up with her stuff for the next, when Hillary Clinton leaves this earth, she'll take over and talk about how she was screwed over, how she should have won the election. She'll have books after appearances on talk shows.
And no one will care. She'll be around, but nobody will care about her like they did Hillary.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
She's 17 years younger, and she'll just take that spot.
I bet she'll try, but I don't think there's any way. I think finally America's going to go. Whew.
She's not smart like Hillary.
I think America's going to say, "Thank God we didn't." We'll just start over.
What I hope happens is the people will come out who worked for her and tell the truth of who she really is.
Exactly.
Miniseries.
Exactly.
Movies.
Yeah.
In fact, I thank you so much. I was at Rocco for calling 508 because Flounder, let's do this. Carmela's side piece. This is freaking hysterical. She's trying to make a big deal about going to a special place where she can blah, 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 blah. And, where Donald Trump, wasn't he there? Didn't he do? This is where they claim he told people. She claimed that he had armed mobs storming the Capitol to overthrow the government. Armed mobs, she said, for example. But let's play cut number 4. When she walks on stage to all this applause, a crowd of almost 4,000 people at the National Mall. The White House as a backdrop. And as soon as she starts talking, the crime siren started blasting off in the background. Cut number 4, Flounder.
We'll have the chance to make a decision that directly impacts your life, the life of your family, and the future of this country we love.
The sirens.
And it will probably be the most important vote you ever cast. And this election is more than just a choice between...
Yeah, right. Well, the Trump fans were quick. I'd rather listen to the high pitch of the sirens than that woman. Get used to that sound if she wins. Another sirens warning us all about how bat guana crazy this woman is. She mentioned Donald Trump 24 times. Unlike Trump, she says, I don't believe people who disagree with me are my enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I'll give them a seat at the table. Oh, my God. You tried to put him in prison 4 times. You impeached him twice. You tried to kill him twice. And you're saying you're the one that he wants to put his enemies in jail? You've been doing it for 8 years.
I didn't know she was doing her speech while playing golf at Eastlake.
Yep. No, let's not make fun of Eastlake. It's possible the Kimmer still might get an invite to play Eastlake one day, so let's not be making fun of
after I get one.
Our wonderful friends at Eastlake. In fact, Flounder, I don't think a lot of people knew this. We're going to play cut number 6 here, Flounder. I had installed, before I left Washington, I was doing some undercover secret work there. I had installed a Kimmer's Hidden Secret microphone in the vice president's residence and office areas at the White House. We're going to play for you now Carmela's side piece as she talks with her staff. And they were, we all know the name, my name for side piece and the trollop and the hateful hooker, stuff like that. Well, Carmela herself was asking her own staff to find out what are they calling her behind her back. Cut number 6, Flounder.
Nicknames? Gary, what are my nicknames?
There's just some nicknames that it's necessary for us to search on to kind of pick up on blog coverage.
But I mean, like what?
Mammary Meyer.
Yeah, please. Grizzly Madam, She-Ra, Meyer the Liar, the Batcave, Piss Face.
Wicked Witch of the West Wing, Veep Throat, Voldemire, Van Dyke, Tawdry Hepburn, Wonder Woman, Selena Meh.
Piss Face?
And there's so much more. By the way, Carmela now is, again, on this enemies list. She claims, and there's nowhere anyone's ever actually said, oh, my God, he has an enemies list. She claims Trump has an enemies list, and he's going to prosecute the people if he wins.
Good.
She says he's told his priorities for a second term. He has an enemies list of people he tends to prosecute. One day, if elected, Trump will walk into that office with an enemies list. When elected, I'll walk in with a to-do list. Oh, my God. Let's see. Donald Trump intends to use the United States military against American citizens who simply disagree with him, people he calls the enemy from within. She keeps saying this stuff, and then she says it's time to stop pointing fingers at your enemy. Holy crap. She says that Putin wants him to win. She says North Korean Kim Jong-un wants him to win, even though Putin is actually supporting Carmela, for the record. She lied about Georgia's voting laws. Let's play cut number 3 here, Flounder, as well, talking about Georgia.
I was just in Georgia. You know they passed the law that makes it illegal to give people food and water for standing in line to vote?
Liar. No, it doesn't.
The hypocrisy abounds. Whatever happened to love thy neighbor, right?
Yeah, she's talking about loving your neighbor. You're calling Trump Hitler. You're calling me Hitler. You're calling us supporters of Hitler and fascists and Nazis. Please.
Where was she giving that speech?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't.
That
remember.
was your typical, and I've heard it my whole life. It's look down there. Look what those Southerners are doing
in
down
Pennsylvania,
there.
I think,
They're
or
not
Michigan.
civilized like you people are.
That's right. Yep, pointing to the South. Oh, just in Georgia. She says, I just in Georgia. Why didn't you pick a lot of other states like Oregon? Tried to keep them off the freaking ballot. Had to go to the Supreme Court for God's sakes. No, I love this.
She's not. She wins. She's not my president. I will work tirelessly to take her down.
The biggest nonviolent civil disobedience. You thought Martin Luther King led marches on Selma? Yeah, you know what's going to happen as soon as they try to stack the court and get rid of the filibuster and make it the states of Puerto Rico and
Atlas
DC.
will shrug.
Oh, my God. All right, 4:14, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Holy crap, a Sports World Series back. I will talk more sports coming up, including Mookie and the battling for the glove and the ball at the New York. Oh, my God. Coming up, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look at it.
Time for the Bortz Report, brought to you by Southern Exteriors, the Southeast premier home exterior solution. Quality and precision you can rely on for over 20 years. Visit southernexteriors.co.
Did I watch Kamala's speech from the Ellipse last night? Yeah, right, no. But I did see some news coverage before the speech started. She had huge signs all around the place with one word: freedom. Democrats promoting freedom? I thought her candidacy was all about joy. Where was that word? And if Kamala and the Democrats had control, what would they mean by freedom? How do you educate your child? No freedom there. That's up to the government. Could you choose your own doctor? No. Socialized medicine. Would you be free to work without joining a union or paying union dues? No. Kamala's whole platform, forced unionization. Would you be free to compete as a small business owner? No. Price controls. How about if you owned real estate for rent? No. Rent controls. But there would be some things you would be free to do. You're free to invade this country as an illegal alien and then stay here. You would be free to vote as a non-citizen. Democrats are already doing that in city and local elections. You would be free to join gangs. And as gang members, you would be free to commit crimes, not have to bail yourself out of jail, and get a court date sometime in the future that you may or may not show up for. Oh, and you're free to take over apartment complexes like they're doing in Aurora, Colorado. Kamala Harris, most Democrats only have a distant relationship with anything that relates to freedom. For Democrats, it's control, not freedom. Government control. Neil Bortz, XTRA 106.3.
Hey, it's Megan Poole with Southern Exteriors, and it's fall, y'all, and those leaves are starting to drop. Now it's time to get your home ready with Southern Exteriors. Whether it's cleaning out your gutters, adding gutter covers, or both, Southern Exteriors has got you covered. Plus, with any gutter cleaning job, you'll get a free roof inspection, so don't wait. Call Southern Exteriors today at 877-9-SOUTHERN or visit southernexteriors.co. Southern Exteriors, quality and precision you can rely on.
You know, I've been talking, it's a Kimmer, how's it going? 417. I've been noticing a lot, and I've been talking a lot about what the heck is going on the roadways these days. I don't know whether it's politics or the division or hate or whatever, but people are driving nuts. Now, I'm seeing little fender benders all the time. And by the way, for the record, even if you get in a little fender bender, even if nobody's hurt and everything's fine, it can still ruin your day. And guess what? If you have a wreck and you know it's not your fault, even if it is, if something's going on, the guy's saying, oh, yeah, I saw you do that. No. Okay, take care of yourself first and then call David Van Sant. Van Sant Law David Van Sant. Here's why. You've heard Borch talk about him. There's a very good reason for it, by the way, because he used to work for the insurance companies. Now, for the record, I love insurance companies. They're great. They're great when they're there for you and take care of stuff you need. But on the other hand, they're also taking care of themselves. So they're not going to want to pay you any more than they have to. Well, the reason they're going to have to pay you more is David Van Sant, because this guy knows all the insides. They can't mess with him because he's been there. He knows all the things, all the ins and outs and all the stuff, and who to talk to and what to do. And by the way, for the record, if you don't get paid, David doesn't get paid. The Van Sant law firm's been doing this for a very long time. They've been helping an awful lot of people, making an awful lot of money. If you've been in a wreck and you've been paying all your premiums and everything else, and they want to kind of do something, no. Take care of business, make sure you're okay, and don't get in a fist fight. Call David Van Sant. Here's the number, 855-GA-INJURY. 855-GA-INJURY. And on the web, vansantlaw.com.
Hey, Atlanta, baseball broadcaster Joe Simpson here. You know, Atlanta's always made history, but now it's sparkling even brighter. Diamonds Direct has just opened its first Georgia showroom right here in Buckhead at the corner of Peachtree Road Northeast and Maple Drive Northeast. Whether you're in the market for a timepiece, a wedding band, or an engagement ring, their incredible selection and expert team will make you feel like a champion. A fan of the classics? Celebrating a big win? Well, Diamonds Direct has a lineup of designer collections to match any style or budget. You'll get top-notch value, service, and shine no matter the price point. And here's the real game changer. Check this out. They lead the industry with a 110% lifetime upgrade, so you can trade your original engagement diamond, solitaire diamond pendant, or diamond studs for a different size, quality, or shape. Plus, with any purchase from Diamonds Direct, you score a free repairs and care for life. Need a jewelry cleaning or resizing? The Atlanta team will hit it out of the park every time. Visit Diamonds Direct Buckhead today and discover jewelry as legendary as an Atlanta Grand Slam.
Georgia, it's time to make our voices heard. The Georgia Republican Party is committed to protecting our families, our freedoms, and our way of life. In the upcoming 2024-25 elections, we're dedicated to informing, educating, attracting, and inviting all Georgians to vote Republican at every level, state, local, and federal. Your support is crucial. Donations of any size are welcomed and appreciated. Visit gagop.org to donate today, and together, let's make Georgia's future friendly and prosperous for everyone in Georgia. gagop.org. All right,
hold everything.
Show starting.
I was just listening to you. Oh, you got Mr. Skeleton Hands going here now. My God, man. You could open up a museum or something on Halloween, scaring your neighbors. Timmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing?
I have no neighbors.
421, thank you so much. In 1998, on this day, and all four original members of Black Sabbath reunited momentarily to play Paranoid on David Letterman's show. Yeah, Black Sabbath. Never had any interest in any of this kind of metal-y music-based stuff, which is good, but you did, so we're playing it for you. Birthday includes Charles Martin Smith, Mr. Smassy Smoosey. You wanted the famous guys? This is a very important actor. Charles Martin Smith is 71. He was an American Graffiti. He rode that motor scooter with the goofy glasses. And got the skinny little... Oh, my God.
They remember him from the Untouchables.
Untouchables, and had a bad thing happen to him in the film.
Was there one about wolves?
Well, no, coming up now. Look ahead of me. It was an American Graffiti, Untouchables, Buddy Holly. In fact, he was so funny in Untouchables. He walks in and sits down at Elliot Ness's desk with his feet up and everything. And anyway, he was in Buddy Holly's story, and it was called Never Cry Wolf. Mm-hmm. Where he dealt with a wolf, a wild, and Brian Dennehy, the dirty, rotten liar about his war. He faked himself about being a Vietnam veteran, too, just like False Waltz. Mm-hmm. You don't forget this stuff. And again, how come nobody's even talking about False Waltz? Everything he's done has been wrong. Tampons for boys, let Minneapolis burn because of George Floyd. He communist Chinese link. He knocked, the Chinese communist daughter. Thing. I mean, 30 trips. I mean, holy crap.
What a mistake he was.
God. Well, how could they have picked him? They must have. I mean, I can't believe it.
Because they hate America. They think that's America. People like him. Little fairy boys who are commies.
But you know what? They might be right. I mean, who's complaining except me?
I think a lot of people in the Democratic Party are like, why did you pick him?
God. right, let's do one. Speaking of Democrats, we got 420. We're going to do tweets here in a second, I think, too. Flounder, is that okay with you? We got a little tweet music in? All right, here we go. Hold on a second, first of all. On this day, 1831, speaking of our history list, let's see. The Nate Turner arrest. Slave rebellions were bloody. Family, friends, neighbors might be beaten and killed. Slaveholders placed bloody, dismembered bodies in public. Nat Turner believed he was called by God to deliver his people from slavery. Turner used preaching to convince him to join his revolt. Turner and his followers started at his master's house. He killed the entire family. They marched through Southampton County, Virginia, killing at least 55 people. He avoided capture for 2 months. Finally, on this day, they caught Nat Turner at his master's house. Let's see. He was sentenced as a Southampton County court to be hanged in November. On the 11th, his revolt shocked the white South, and in retaliation, white Southerners tightened laws restricting enslaved people's lives because these Democrats hated black people.
What did you call him?
I said Nate. I think it's Nat Turner. I'm sorry. I can't read and I can't speak. I'm not good in every way.
His friends called him Nate. So I was just wondering how close you were.
The Nataroonie, they called him. The Natster.
The Natster.
The Nataroo. Hey, Nat. Oh.
The Natigator.
The Natamundo. We could do this all freaking day.
Stratocaster John is on, and he had some movie information for you.
Excellent, John. You're on the radio. Who'd you say it was? Oh, who, John?
Stratocaster John.
Stratocaster John, the famous Stratocaster. Pete Davis has 8 or 10 of them. Hey, John, you're on the radio, man. What do you think? Yes, sir.
I got at least 2 of them.
There you go.
Yeah, it was about Charles Martin Smith. He was also in the sequel called More American Graffiti. It was about 5 years later.
No, I didn't see
And
that.
it detailed his trip to Vietnam as a soldier that supposedly got killed in Vietnam, but it didn't really get killed, but it was pretty rough. So,
Was it to Vietnam?
I thought you'd like that portion of that movie.
God, was it a comedy, or was it like the original American Graffiti, or how did they?
It's a follow-on to American Graffiti. John Milner is into drag racing, and he's got his own little fuel dragster. And Charlie Martin Smith went to Vietnam, and Richie married what's her name, and was an insurance salesman and had family, kids, that kind of thing.
And did they have the same care? I don't know why I don't know this. Did they? I guess I just didn't pay any attention to it. Was Richie Cunningham actually back as Richie Cunningham? What's the name of the actor?
Oh, yeah.
And how about
Ron
drag?
Howard, yes.
Yeah, Ron Howard. And how about the famous drag racer actor who flew his airplane?
Miller. Harrison Ford.
Harrison
was not
Ford.
in that.
Wasn't he in that?
No.
No, he didn't make it back.
No, he was a drag racer.
The original.
In the original, yeah. But he didn't come. That's why I was wondering.
He had that 55 Chevy, but Milner had the not the T-Bucket, but the 32 Hot Boy.
32, that's right.
Yeah. The second movie, he had a little. In the second movie, he had a little fuel dragster, a nitro-powered small block Chevy, and a slingshot dragster.
I'll be damned. Well, I'll look for it if it ever shows up again. I'll DVR it or something. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You're very kind to call. 426, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. 404-741-1230. 404. Actually, we've had calls to replay the Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Theater Bad Text Playhouse again this hour. But we'll think about that. We don't want to punish everybody just for the sake of a few weirdos and goofballs. You, the little people. First, we got memes and tweets and Pete's tweets.
All right, Sunday, the clocks change again.
Oh, yeah?
And it's basically you fall forward, right?
No, you do this every time. You want to protect, if you're falling, you want to fall forward to protect yourself with your hand, with your arms. So that must be it. They wouldn't go backwards, would they?
No.
I think we get an extra hour of sleep, though, which is even more confusing.
Okay, they are going back.
You get an extra hour of sleep.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it is good.
That's good. Let's see. A guide to putting your clocks back.
Yeah.
If you have a smartphone, leave it alone.
Yeah.
It's magic.
They'll do it on their own.
All right. If you have a sundial. What do you do if you have a sundial?
You twist it like a half an inch.
No. You move one house to the left. That's going to suck for you. You just moved into a house.
Tell your neighbor's not going to be too happy about that.
If you have an oven, you're going to need a master's in electronic engineering or a hammer.
Yeah, my oven, my microwave.
I figured my oven.
Clock,
but I can't do the convection oven / microwave. I have no clue what that does.
All that.
If you have a car radio, it's not worth it. Wait 6 months.
By the way, that's a whole nother thing. It used to be automatic, and now I have to go look for the time clock.
I have to change it too. On the car.
On a very high car, you'd think that they would have this automatic.
But no. Anyway. Defiant Els tweets, when the president calls you garbage and you're doubting yourself, always remember you are a trash can, not a trash can. The Wood Forest Grill in Montgomery, Texas is a conservative restaurant. How can we tell? The menu.
All right, certain menu.
Okay, you can get a Kamala Ward salad, which consists of old wilted lettuce topped with communist croutons from China. The dressing is bitter. Or you get the Trump burger. $15, a good old American burger, a half-pound patty, 100% USDA grade A beef, sourdough bun, crispy lettuce, ripe tomatoes, sweet onions, and a patriotic pickle. Served with a healthy side of freedom fries. Or the Biden burger, which is $99.95. For almost $100, you get 1 ounce of lab-grown ground beef, topped with a lousy rotten tomato slice, served on old buns, and due to inflation and supply chain problems, the buns are currently out of stock. No sides. Claudette sent a bit from a comedian who said he cannot watch The View with Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar.
Really? Why not?
He has a smart TV.
A smart TV, ladies and gentlemen.
Work.
Thank you.
How bad has Britain become?
Oh, I know.
Not too long ago, a young man murdered 3 little girls in cold blood with a knife. The British government and their media lapdogs portrayed him as a mentally ill Christian Welshman, posted a pic of him as a schoolboy. When the real English took to the streets to protest, the Labour government fast-tracked him, arrested him, put him in prison for hate speech. One of them even committed suicide in jail. Now we find out the schoolboy is not a Christian Welshman at all. Axel Rudakabana is from Rwanda. He's not a schoolboy. He's a full-grown thug. Axel Rudakabana, really nice Welsh name like Morgan or Smith, downloaded an Al-Qaeda do-it-yourself manual and produced the deadly poison ricin in his home before butchering the 3 little girls. Axel Rudakabana has been charged with terrorism. They knew this the whole time, the last 6 months, yet they called all the English people to the street far-right Nazi thugs and had him arrested for daring to speak out against this guy.
How could Europe be going through this? Wasn't Europe the scene of World War?
Poland's not.
Europe was in the scene of World War II. It wasn't in America. It was in Europe. How could Europe be doing this kind of thing? I mean,
well, they're anti-Semitic too now. Of course, Europeans have mostly always been anti-Semitic.
Well, but again, this is just.
Finally, Ron tweets, "The Kimmer Show is about the daily life of Kimmer. How can new technology and cable TV push him over the edge?"
Wait a minute, you bastard! Every once in a while, I mention something I have a problem with. I mean, I hold it against me, God. Jeez, tough freaking crowd, man. 430, 404-741-1230. You and your calls. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. It's freaking Halloween almost. Oh, there goes your dog. You dropped your thing. Oh, no.
The only place to be on Tuesday night is right here on XTRA 106.3. Our live commercial-free broadcast starts at 6 p.m. and goes all night until a winner is declared. And we'll have the entire XTRA crew in studio, local and national experts, and your calls live on the air all night. So grab the XTRA 106.3 app now, stream it on YouTube, or just be here live on election night with Atlanta's only conservative voice, XTRA 106.3 FM.
All right, look out. How you doing? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer, 431. And I have in front of me my notes on my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler, dentist to the stars, and people like me, too, the Kimmer, and people like you, too, as well. Atlanta Smiles, that's the name of the place. I went there the first time 30 years ago. I'm not making that up. And the reason I'm smiling is because, well, not only is Dr. Dina a great dentist, she's a Navy vet, by the way, this, Navy officer vet. She has been ranked as the master class, and only 1% of dentists can say that. I mean, this woman knows everything. She was doing veneers before veneers were even known what the heck they were. Cleaning and bridges and crowns and stuff like keeping your teeth and your gums healthy. In fact, she made a good point. I was talking when I was there the other day. We are outliving our teeth. Gee, we never used to live, 80, 90 years and stuff. So we're outliving our teeth. If you don't take care of me, believe me, I'm an example of that because I've had all kinds of problems because I didn't take care of my gums in particular. Well, I went there a couple of weeks ago and I'm going back again. Had some stuff worked on with this little molar thing or whatever it is. Anyway, it's so cool. It's the happiest dentist office you've ever seen. You walk in there and you can't help but smile. And they're happy. They're professionals. They do it. They're Kimmer babes. They're patriots. They're just really take care of things beautifully. And the fact of the matter is, I always take the gas because they laugh at my stories. And you get a doggy. But now, 30 years ago, she didn't do this, but Dina has a little doggy. And if you'd like to have a doggy take a little nap in your lap while they're working on you, you get a little doggy. I'm telling you, it's the darndest thing I ever. Just you can't help but feel terrific about a little doggy. Just licking your finger and having a good time while you're getting your teeth taken care of. Cosmetic, dentistry, and everything else too. By the way, veterans, tell them you're a veteran. You get a 10% discount right off the top. Here's the number: 404-262-7733. 262-7733. It's Atlanta Smiles, and it's on the web at atlantasmiles.com.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made, premium name brand turf at factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. atlturfco.com.
As an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, the Warrior Alliance connects warriors and their families to free services such as health and wellness, housing, employment, education, legal services, and so much more. We need your financial support to increase our impact and change thousands of lives for those who served in the U.S. Armed Forces. It takes more than just thank you for your service. Make a donation to help warriors navigate to success after service. Go to thewarrioralliance.org/donate and make a difference today.
Hey sandwich lovers, today's your lucky day. There's a whole new way to roll for lunch or dinner delight with Nucky's Hoagies in the Roswell Corners Shopping Center. Now open. Nucky's Hoagies in Roswell is family owned and operated by the Sub-Sisters, Stacy and Shannon, whose love language is food and Nucky's Hoagies, their passion. When you bite into a Nucky's Hoagie, you'll taste the difference. The softest hoagie rolls ever, along with hunger-quenching sandwich combinations. Make Nucky's Hoagies in Roswell on Woodstock Road your new favorite spot for lunch or dinner.
I enjoy a good night's sleep, and I like to breathe while I'm sleeping. My wife appreciates that, too. That's why I wear a CPAP. You want the right machine. You want expert advice. You want all the supplies that go with it. You get it all at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. Machines, masks, tubing, filters, cleaning supplies, all of it, and they ship nationwide. Walk-ins, by the way, are welcome. CPAPs, etc. Alpharetta, CPAPsetc.com.
Who doesn't want a great smile? The world seems brighter because it is. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? That's only one reason to see my dentist, Dr. Dina Giesler at Atlanta Smiles. The other reason, of course, is to take care of your teeth. If they're going to make your life miserable, we all know that. But when's the last time you were smiling before you walked in the door like me? Because I know Dr. Dina and her staff are the happiest Kimmer babes you ever saw. We're going to fix me up, and I always take the gas. They tell me my best stories come out that way. And you can actually get a doggy right there, napping in my lap, a little doggy. I said, go ahead, work away. Dr. Dina's a Navy vet, ranked a master dentist, which only 1% can say. She's been doing veneers since before anybody even knew what that was. My first visit was 30 years ago. Cosmetic dentistry, cleaning, bridges, crowns, especially keeping your teeth and gums healthy to last as long as you do. Veterans Automatic, 10% discount. Just tell them when you call. 404-263-7733. It's atlantasmiles.com. Your new smile's waiting for you. atlantasmiles.com. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Ask for the doggy. atlantasmiles.com.
I'm in the phone booth. It's a wonderful.
Oh, okay. I thought how you doing? Look out. 436. Oh, my God. He's got Moose. It's Mr. Moose. And time for pre-Halloween. All right, look out. Here we go. A little Blondie for you here. Bum, bum, bum. Hanging on the telephone. She was just saying that. In 1978, Blondie released the single Hanging on the Telephone as the second single from the album Parallel Lines, written by Jack Lee from U.S. West Coast power pop trio The Nerves. The song gave Blondie its third British top 10 hit, 1978. And Blondie got her name because a truck driver said, hey, Blondie, when she was walking down the street. She thought it was kind of cool. And
Rick the Painter wants to call him.
Hello, Rick the Painter from the famous Painting Ricks. Hello, Rick. You're on the radio, man.
Hey,
What's
guys,
up?
Hey, guys. I wanted to comment about the time change this weekend.
Yeah.
a buddy of mine, we listened to the show, and I think he misunderstood Pete. And he called me. He said, I heard Pete talking about it. He said, I'm ready for Saturday night. He said, I got my can of black spray paint. I said, no, I think you misunderstood him. He said you've got to turn your clock back.
Turn your clock back. Now you put the L in the right. Oh yeah, that's the old. That's the old nurse in the hospital one. Are my test? Thank you, Richard. Are my testicles black? No. Are my test results back? It was kind of a. Are my testicles.
You thought my jokes were bad.
Kind of muffled.
I felt like I felt like the Joker in The Dark Knight. Yeah, you thought my jokes were bad.
Yeah, I didn't say that. Our birthday list includes Grace Slick.
Yeah,
85.
Interesting person.
Yeah, anybody who has not had Grace Slick, if we could just go ahead and.
I had a chance.
Well, the half and half.
About 15 years ago.
And I interviewed her and whatever his name was, I forgot now, from Jefferson Airplane and Starship when they were hauling off other luxury cars outside their studio outside of San Francisco. Yeah. And I was covering it for NBC as they're hauling off these Ferraris and Bugattis or something. It was freaking funny. Grace Slick is 85. She stopped performing, obviously, a long time ago. She thinks old people look stupid when they try to look like rock and rollers.
But she likes picking up that royalty check every time someone plays White Rabbit in a movie or TV show. She says she enjoys that.
Cha-ching, and for good reason, and I don't blame her. On this day in history, 1944, cannons to the left, cannons to the right. So Sweden says, no, we're going to protect all of our magnificent blondes. We want nothing to do with this World War II business. We're staying out of it. So Sweden...
And they sold iron ore to Nazis.
So Sweden in 1944 said, we are neutral and we will refuse sanctuary for the duration. Sweden said that.
And then their iron ore went to Germany.
Well, they were Germans. They were going to do bad things if they didn't.
Aryans.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, I don't think I like this story, and I just popped up on the New York Post. Oh, stop it! Sorry, my thing there fighting me. I
think that's what the last tweet was all about.
Yes, it probably exactly
what Ron had to say.
Thank you. Let's see. New research, and that's always a bad thing when somebody says new research. The Shroud of Turin. A centuries-old linen cloth that many believe was used to wrap Jesus' body after crucifixion, unlikely to be from biblical times. High-tech, new research asserts. I think the possibility of this having happened is very remote. A Brazilian graphics expert simulation of the shroud over an image of the body to see whether impressions match. The origin traced to the mid-14th century, prompting skeptics to say the cloth is forgery. One is authentic. The other say it's a da-da-da-da. Let's see. What more as he says? When laid flat, it shows a distorted, significantly more robust image than that on the shroud with a virtual fabric and a recreation of the shroud over a body. When you wrap a 3D object with a fabric, an object leaves a pattern like blood stains, generating a more robust, more deformed structure. Anyway, he's saying it's not.
Every year they change. Yeah, it isn't.
This is like the third time now that I remember, and just in the last, several months, really. I got the wrong thing on there. Get out of there. There you go. Back on Fox. Anyway, so that's the latest on the.
I look good in this.
You got the whole moose look. That's a good look. It's
nice and warm too.
Well, it looks like very warm.
If it's cold, I'm wearing this.
I almost bought a fur coat once when I was in Aspen, Colorado.
Yeah, I remember that story. Yeah, that's a good one. I can rest my bill on you.
See, Rocky. Watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. Ooh, wrong hat.
Ooh, that trick never works.
And now stay tuned for next episode as Rocky falls between the ship and the dock. And the episode is, stay tuned for Summer Squash or He's Too Flat for Me. I'm sorry.
Fractured Fairy Tales was my favorite.
Remember that story time. And Fractured Fairy Tale, my boy Sherman.
Someone pointed out that there was at one point that Bullwinkle and Rocky are standing there in front of a bookshelf. And if you look closely at the books, one of us, Sex on Planet X.
What a great show.
It was.
I never missed that. Even in college, I never tried to miss that show. Hey, Rocky. Gotta get a new hat. 442. Here we go. FBI again. Pete with Davis, we just talked about this a few minutes ago. The FBI warned U.S. tech companies ahead of the Washington Post first report of Hunter Biden's laptop in October 2020 of the New York Post. Russian agents were preparing a strikingly similar document dump, and once it materialized, Facebook executives discussed calibrating censorship decisions to please what they assumed would be, therefore, an incoming Biden-Harris administration. New details, House Judiciary Committee. FBI tipped all of us off last week that this Burisma story was likely to emerge, said one source of Microsoft, in 2020, the day the Post published the first in a series of bombshell stories on the Biden family foreign dealings. The congressional report says a chat log shows the employees quickly discounted the Post reporting because it was exact content expected for hack and leak, right on schedule, they said. Obviously, our calls on this could color the way an incoming Biden administration views us more than any. Let me say that again. Obviously, the Facebook employee said, our calls on this at Facebook could color the way an incoming Biden administration views us more than almost anything else. He was the vice president of global affairs. The FBI had that freaking laptop since December of 2019 and knew that in coverage came from the Delaware computer repairman, not the Kremlin. It was not fake, and all the 51 ex-intelligence officials were all fakes. The FBI knew it. The FBI forced a lot of those people to sign that document knowing it was fake because it would hurt Donald Trump and help Biden. Biden, while vice president, interacted with international business associates, according to the reporting, which we know is true, with Hunter's son Hunter and brother James, including in countries where the steering U.S. policy like China and Ukraine. Collaborated by other news outlets, files were even used by federal prosecutors in court after Trump lost the election. Anyway, it goes on and on and on. It's just one thing after another.
He's got to fire Christopher Wray on day one.
Oh, my God. Here I go, another one. Again, another story of the FBI. Elise Stefanik. The FBI is covering up the Iranian intellectual. Sorry. You know what I was telling you before, or off the air, that I'm getting when I start going like this nuts, I can actually feel my blood pressure rising in my throat.
Well, stop it. Calm down.
I don't want to calm down.
I got something in the bag for you.
I think Flounder's got something on the truck. I don't know. One of the sales guys, I guarantee you.
Dr. Feelgood's got something for you.
We got a little something over in the back there. Steve, I guarantee Steve's got something in the back there. Elise Stefanik says the FBI is covering up Iranian election interference to tip the scales for the Democrats. She says they've been stonewalling her very basic, easy questions about what they knew, the link to Iran and the Trump campaign, data peddled to the Biden campaign, and mainstream media to help them deal with it without Trump even knowing anything about it, to tip the scales against Trump. She says, I've been on this committee for a long, long time, and this never happens unless they're trying to hide something. I'm the longest-serving member of the House Intelligence Committee. When the FBI won't answer questions, it's because you've hit on something and they're hiding something. They are corrupt to the core. Here we go again. Yep. 2 stories on the same day. And it's proven. 445 and 446. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Look out, look out.
XTRA 106.3's live commercial-free election night broadcast will be appointment listening this Tuesday night. But you'll also be able to stream the video live on YouTube. Be here for the best election night conversation in Atlanta with live results and analysis from the conservative voices you know and trust.
This is the ballgame. This is for all the marble. This is like...
Yeah, this is for the country.
Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and stream election night coverage across Atlanta.
It's fall, y'all. And no matter what your family has on the plate, Subaru of Gwinnett has the vehicle for you. If you're headed to a game, then tailgate in style in the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. It holds everything you need for the tailgate and keeps the most precious cargo, your family, safe. Maybe you're just taking a ride up to the mountains to see the leaves or driving to spend time with the family. Wherever you're headed this fall, the 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. And we're proud to offer you so much more than a car buying experience. At Subaru of Gwinnett, we extend that saving to our amazing and reliable service department, where you'll get unmatched service and specials you'll love during our fall service event. Visit us on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth and let us show you how our family can take care of your family. Or start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com.
Central Heating and Air Conditioning wants you to know the start of the new season is the perfect time to ensure your home's comfort for the fall and winter. Don't wait like most people do to have your HVAC system serviced. Your home should have maintenance twice a year. Maintenance helps keep your furnace running at peak efficiency and extends the life of your equipment. Turn to the experts for your system's maintenance at 770-GET-HEAT or centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning can fix what ails your house and possibly your family with home ventilation and air quality products. Central has packages designed around health using variable speed, fresh air ventilation, air cleaners, air purifiers, dehumidifiers, and more. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, your Atlanta Carrier expert since 1947 and one of the few second-generation locally owned HVAC companies in Atlanta. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Have you thought about securing your hard-earned assets? Do you have concerns about the future? Protecting assets is crucial, and that's where Nelson Elder Care Law excels. As a family-owned and family-focused firm, we provide absolute assurance and peace of mind through our trademarked Absolute Protection Trust, tailored services in estate planning, probate administration, Medicaid crisis solutions, guardianship, and conservatorship. Our goal is to exceed your expectations and empower informed decisions. Visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com for asset protection and peace of mind.
It's time to turn work into fun with Exmark mowers this fall from Howard Brothers. Exmark mowers are built for speed, precision, and durability, making every cut cleaner, every job faster, and you can have fun doing it. Whether you're mowing lawns or tackling leaves, Exmark gets the job done fast, giving you more time to enjoy the season. So gear up and save time with mowers the pros trust. Visit Howard Brothers to check out your next Exmark mower today. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand and Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions. Each brand brings savory, sweet deliciousness to every meal. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand and your Mr. Buck's brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey, Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. And now the security riddle of the day. When times get tough, where do you keep your stuff? Answer, in a quality safe from the Safe House, of course. Don't go to a big box store and get a fake safe. That would be as effective as Joe Biden's fake border policy. For over 30 years, the Safe House has been providing the best quality safes on the market. Brands like Browning, Fort Knox, and Champion. And with the largest selection of safes on display in Georgia, we're confident we can help you pick the right safe to fit your needs. So drop by our huge showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
I should do it. God, would that be freaking funny? And now I'm not even ready because I'm talking to Pete over here. And I'll tell you why I'm laughing here. To say we got Founders Funnies coming up. We didn't do Pete's tweets yet either. Did we do tweets?
Yes, we did.
We did do that. Sorry. That's right. I forgot. We haven't done Founders Fun. We got 5 for this hour. First. Hold on. I got double Brandy here with the doors. Here we go. All right, stand by. I'm ready now. I swear to God. 1970, Jim Morrison of the Doors was fined and sentenced to 6 months in jail after being found guilty of exposing himself during a gig in Miami. Now, there's even more to this to his profanity at the Miami concert. Jim Morrison's lawyers appealed the sentence, and Morrison died from that massive overdose of the black tar heroin before his legal problems actually got worked out. So he didn't have to do it, but of course he served a little bit punishment more than that. Let's see, our birthday list includes the hideous Andrea Mitchell. She just lost her show. She's 78.
Oh, no.
Yeah, now she's going to be like a member of the NBC something, but her MSNBC show is gone. Andrea Mitchell Reports is gone after like 15 years.
Good.
Andrea Mitchell, 78. Yeah, is she the one married to the old millionaire Federal Reserve guy?
Not Ginsburg. Is it Ginsburg? Allen Ginsburg.
No. Alan Greenspan.
Greenspan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she married. She's one married to him. He's like 96 and she's 78, which is fine. Have a ball. But she's disgusting. She's disgraceful. She used to be. God, I remember the days back. Seriously, in the 60s and 70s, NBC, CBS, ABC were. I mean, they were where you got your news.
Journalism.
She was legit. She was there on the scene covering stuff, and now she's just another freaking Democrat mouthpiece.
They've been paid off.
That's just disgraceful. I mean, seriously.
Members of the club.
Let me ask you this: can I do a sports history thing? I got a lot of sports history things, and I thought this was kind of cool too. Holy crap! Of sports coming up. We got pizza. We got Flounder's Funny here in a second. I'm floundering. I'm so sorry. This is the Nolan Ryan, 1974. Nolan Ryan with the California Angels throws the fastest recorded pitch. 1974, the fastest pitch, 100.9 miles an hour. The fastest these days. The fastest pitchers recorded today, yesterday, right now, these days. Dodgers pitcher Tommy Edman, 105.5.
Tommy Edman's the second baseman.
That's what it says here.
How do you spell it?
Edman.
That's their second baseman.
I know. I saw him last night playing, and again, it says, I swear it says Tommy. It must be somebody else, but it's a Dodgers.
Maybe he threw it a pitch.
105.3. Also, Ben Joyce of the Angels, 105.5. Aroldis Chapman has the record. He twice hit 105 plus. His biggest pitch, 100.7. Oh, there's 105. No, 107 miles an hour.
Speaking of numbers, we just got a 6.1 earthquake.
Whoa.
Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
6.1. That's pretty big. That's good size.
That's good size.
By the way, it's 4:55. I was joking with Pete that I've got an idea for a costume tomorrow. They're going to do costumes for tomorrow. Apparently, Amanda and Bella are going to do a little social media thing. Have a little fun with her, which is fine. So now I'm not going to go buy a costume or rent a costume. I mean, I'll put something together, but I have something to put together, and it involves me if I want to come like as a Western figure. I might be carrying like a 50 or 60 pound weight on my back.
I would advise against
for
that.
a couple of long trips, plus my satchel and everything else.
I wouldn't do that.
And I said to Pete, I swear to God, it's good. It would be the best costume anybody here came in with, making up their own costume. It'd be great because it would be authentic and different. And I said to Pete, and the same thing he said, don't do it, you're going to die. And you can't carry all this stuff. And so I said, how funny would it be if I show up at the door, hit my little thing, buzz open the door, walk in, and with my costume and all the stuff I'm carrying, and they go, oh my God, that's really bad, bam, and I drop dead right there.
I think you could get the same effect if you just wear the assless chaps.
Well, there you go. It's possible.
Everybody else will drop dead.
Don't tempt me.
Yeah, you walk by, oh, isn't that cool? Then you walk past them, it's like, oh my God.
Oh, sorry, mister. Sorry, ma'am.
What kind of crack is that?
Oh my God.
You'll be the butt of everybody's jokes.
Oh my God. Oh, mercy. 404-741-1230 if you'd like to join us. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And we got, so let's do a Flounder's Funny. Let's do it here. And I've got a couple of weird stories to make out the hour. And then Holy Crap of Sports coming up and a lot of like World Series stuff and everything else. We got a little Duckies Hokies.
Okay, cool. Nice. You guys kept that name. That's what's up. That's not that woke. The People of Color Pool. That was... Where is Blackpool?
Blackpool.
He just called it the Las Vegas of the North. There is no way in hell. Blackpool is like for like 55-year-old women that are like celebrating their last abortion. Like that. Bro, the black guy stood up. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Blackpool. He got scared. He's like, pools? I'll drown. I need to see. Get me away from here. Well, how you gonna name the city after two mortal enemies, black people and water? It's like naming a city White Rhythm. Listen.
That's Mr. Andrew Schultz. A little difficult to hear, but
in Blackpool is north of Liverpool.
Oh, in
London, England.
Yeah, in England. It's a seaside. It's like a Myrtle Beach type thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a funny name for it.
Yeah, Blackpool.
Oh, my goodness. 457. A bizarre video making the rounds in Arizona. after an innocent grandmother was savagely arrested at gunpoint by U.S. Marshals. You know, the U.S. Marshals, I thought they were sort of the cream of the crop. These are the guys who track down the fugitive and
Raylan
take care
Givens.
I mean, seriously, aren't they kind of held in really high esteem?
Justified. Yeah.
Well, here's what happened. There's a video making the rounds. It took 6 months for ABC to try to get this from the federal government. The woman is 66-year-old Penny McCarthy. She was confused and frightened during an incident, not even aware of what was going on. She said, "I thought I was kidnapped." Federal agents rolled up to her home in Phoenix with their guns drawn and said, "Get your hands up. We have an arrest warrant." She said, "For me?" "Yes, for you." Who am I?" Wanting the officers to confirm who it was they're looking for. Agents then screamed at her and gave her a bunch of orders. "Don't move, don't turn around, get your hands up, stop moving, you're going to get hit, you're going to get hit, stop turning around, turn around, go over this way." In the video, she was standing in her driveway saying, "I don't even know who you people are." They said, "Stop moving, stop looking back here, don't look at us back here." And then she said something about police, and one of the guys said, "Ma'am, you see we're the police." And she said, "How do I see that?" She explained they didn't show. She said she thought she was being kidnapped. She said, "I didn't simply believe they were police officers." They put her in handcuffs, walked her to the car. One of the marshals finally told her who they were arresting. A female officer threw out the name of a 70-year-old woman named Carol somebody, a wanted Oklahoma fugitive, and she said, "That's not who I am." They did not even dissuade themselves from arresting her anyway. 10 days later, they admitted their error. After the judge dismissed the case against her, she had spent time in prison over the mix-up. She said, "They did nothing but treat me like crap and lie to me the whole freaking time. Ever since it's happened, I'm so disappointed in my government, it's not even funny." Textbook example of federal agencies not doing what they're supposed to do. Body cam evidence conclude the marshals used excessive force, aggressive arrest, and aggressive apprehension for no reason. Coming up on 5 o'clock. Holy crap, it's Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, and sports, and the World Series, and politics. Hey, garbage man, you're next. Look out, here we go.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey broadcasting station. This hour is presented by Lee Branch Jewelry and Watches.
Rallies in battleground states. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. Vice President Kamala Harris now in Pennsylvania, her second rally of the day.
I pledge to you that as President of the United States, I will not be looking to score political points. I will be looking to make progress.
Earlier, again, calling former President Trump unstable and consumed by grievances as they both rallied in North Carolina, where Trump defended his supporters.
Former President Trump addressed the same things he often mentions: inflation, immigration, crime. But he said he wanted to respond to President Biden calling his supporters garbage.
And you can't be president if you hate the American people. And there's a lot of hatred there.
He said when it comes to him being called a Nazi or Hitler, he thinks about what his father would think.
But he's looking down. He said, "Can you imagine? That's what they're calling my son." I told them for years, literally never use the term Nazi or Hitler. Now they're using it on us. It's unbelievable.
He said while inflation's been terrible, he thinks a more important issue motivating voters should be and is immigration and the border.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. President Biden has since said the garbage remark was referring to hateful rhetoric used by a comedian at a Trump rally over the weekend. Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin calls it a win for common sense after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that more than 1,600 people removed from voter rolls as suspected non-citizens can stay off.
Youngkin took them off after signing an executive order in early August. The Justice Department sued, saying he violated federal law, and many of those taken off the rolls were indeed U.S. citizens, but skipped over a box on a driver's license form at the DMV by mistake or became citizens after filling out the form. The court was not persuaded.
Fox's David Spunt. Those who want to attest citizenship can still use same-day registration and a provisional ballot in Virginia. America is listening to Fox News.
Life takes a toll on our bodies. No way around it. Whether it's sitting hours on end at your computer or working a physical job, over time, your body pays the price. There is, however, an effective way to turn back the clock on pain. Relief Factor. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor helps support your body's response to inflammation. The difference, instead of masking pain, Relief Factor helps eliminate it for good. And it's 100% drug-free. If the pains that come with living a full life are affecting you, do as so many others have. Turn back the clock on pain with Relief Factor. Their 3-week quick start is just $19.95, less than $1 a day. When you feel good, it's amazing how much more you get out of life. So visit ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Try it for only $19.95. While we can't stop aging, not yet, we can stop pain. Turn back the clock with Relief Factor.
Together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of flank. Ready on your dog. Target. Hair. Hair. Abdelio. Hair. Road guards out. Hair. Stand by. It's only me. It's only the Kiver Hyatt 1503 with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, and sports raconteur extraordinaire. Holy crap of sports coming up. And the mechanical mangler at the controls. It's Flounder in the den of darkness. And here, day before Halloween. All is well. Everything's fine. Beautiful another day. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Cool 70s.
It's All Hallows Eve.
Oh, in fact, you know what? I did. I loved being the first one to tell my kids when Halloween is when to set their clocks. And I even double checked it. I put it in my phone. Here's the situation going on. Thursday the 31st is Halloween all day. Friday, November 1st. You know what that is?
That's All Souls Day.
Diwali.
Oh, Diwali! It's early this year. Yeah,
Diwali is is Friday, November 1st,
and it's like Christmas. They light up everything with colors and lights and everything.
November 1st, Friday, Diwali. Saturday, November 2nd, Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos.
Yeah, Day of the Dead is on Saturday, and Sunday, Daylight Saving Time.
But November 1st is also the Catholics' All Souls Day.
Yeah, right. So. But I think that means the same thing, maybe. But
soul cakes.
I don't even know. I've heard that. I don't think I've ever had a soul. I don't know.
It's a Celtic type thing.
Oh,
it's interesting.
Anyway, Kim Pete and Flounder, how's it going? 505 now. Let's call it 505. Holy crap of sports coming up. We got a bunch of things, a million things, politics and stuff and goofy stuff. We'll play a couple of things here. And coming up, when we wanted to repeat the magnificent brilliance of the
5:30.
5:30-ish, okay. And also, we got all this newsy stuff. Oh, also, Flounder, let's do cut number 8. We got all these politics, but first of all, this is a very important day also because on this day in 1938, Orson Welles broadcast from the Mercury Theater, The War of the Worlds, his radio play, and man, people went nuts. Here is how it sounded at the beginning of his play about Martians who had come to the United States. Number 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News. At 20 minutes before 8 Central Time, Professor Farrell of the Mount Jennings Observatory, Chicago, Illinois, reports observing several explosions of incandescent gas occurring at regular intervals on the planet Mars. The spectroscope indicates the gas to be hydrogen and moving toward the Earth with enormous velocity. Professor Pearson of the observatory at Princeton confirms Farrell's observation and describes the phenomenon as, quote, like a jet of blue flame shot from a gun, unquote.
An announcer was at the crash site describing a Martian emerging from a large metallic cylinder. Good heavens, he declared, something's wriggling out of the shadow like a gray snake, and there's another and another and another and another. Holy cow, Flounder, how about cut number 9 as they continued the War of the Worlds?
Wait a minute, something's happening. Wait a minute. Humped shape is rising out of the pit. I can make out a small beam of light against a mirror. What's that? There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror and it leaps right at the advancing men. It strikes them head on. Lord, they're turning into flames. Now the whole field's caught up by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks of the automobiles spreading everywhere. Coming this way now, about 20 yards to my right.
Yeah. Well, they had announcers on the crash site about going 80 miles in about 2 minutes and things. So clearly people could understand it was not real, but they didn't believe it. There was one woman, it was a true story. One woman was ready to kill herself when she found out it was just a radio show. I mean, the sheriff's deputies had to break into her house or something. It was just an incredible story. War of the Worlds, Orson Welles. And he'd been doing radio stuff for a long time. Again, Mercury Theater. But this really changed everything. And again, Orson Welles with the famous...
Boy genius, man.
Yeah. And
genius.
And the movie...
Citizen Kane changed everything.
Yeah. They still, if you haven't seen Citizen Kane,
but most people find it boring.
Yeah, it is.
But it broke so many rules of movie making at the time.
Yeah.
Back then, you never saw the ceiling. And he would show those shots from that you looked up on top of the guys. And outside of Germany, no one did that.
Right.
And you can see the ceilings. They never showed ceilings before.
It really was. It was a breakthrough method. It was a breakthrough style. Rosebud. I mean, the whole deal. 508, how you doing? 404-741-1230. 741-1230. I still think Donald Trump, the next time Air Force One pulls up to an event and they have all the cameras out there, I'm telling you, this would be the greatest thing that ever happened. Donald Trump should stop and get to the top of the stairs, wave to the crowd like this, and then put his butt on the railing and slide down on his pants fanny all the way down Air Force One railing to the ground and jump off and go, "How you doing, America? Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha." Like Sammy Jimmy Durante or whatever his name was. Ha-cha-cha-cha.
How you doing?
Mammy.
Michigan T. Bullfrog all the way down the stairs.
How funny would that be? You just have to keep your balance for 4 seconds. I mean, that's all it takes. I used to do it at the fraternity house. We had a curving stairwell, and we used to get hammered, and I would sit on that thing and slide down it on our fannies. Oh my God!
George Carlin used to do a joke about teenage girls sliding down the banister.
Well, that you don't want to get you don't want to
Mom,
get
Dad,
stuck.
meet the banister.
Well, 509, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Okay, here we go. Yeah, do you know you're all garbage? We'll play a couple of these. If you haven't heard it, it's worth playing. You are the garbage people. I'm the garbage person. You're the garbage person. He meant it. He said it, and they come out with a stupid apology. Let's start from the beginning. Flounder, if you would. Cut number one, sir. This is President Slimebag, the crime family director and the child molester, talking about how much he hates America. Number one.
Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Yeah. Well, the White House now tried to say, well, no, we saw, I'm not picking this up, the podium princess, Shirley Temple, was at the podium, and Peter Doocy from Fox News said, well, now, does the president really hate half the country that much like that? He's called them all garbage. She said, well, he didn't say that. He didn't. What do you mean he didn't say it? You just heard him say it.
Does she convince herself that that's true? Or do you think she goes in there knowing this is a lie, and how can we just flat out lie about it?
She's doing her job. Her job is to protect.
No, her job's not to lie. No. They're supposed to make it the best possible light, but not flat out lie.
No, her job for them is to cover up everything from day one. The very first thing they can do is protect him and cover him, and they're doing it again. They covered him when putting him in the basement when he was running for president. They covered him again, and they take him off the hell. They permitted a coup against him. They kicked him off his own ticket. They made him hide, and this is why they didn't want him doing stuff like this. This could ruin everything. I hope. I mean, what an idiot. And now the White House, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. The White House, in a transcript of the speech, added an apostrophe to his comments that we're all garbage. They added an apostrophe. And Biden later said, well, I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by his Trump supporter, and that's the only word I can describe it as, and that's all I meant to say.
He would have said it. He would have put garbage after the supporters. He said the supporters garbage.
Right.
He didn't. He said the garbage.
He knew exactly what he was doing, and again, it's because he's just a grouchy old man. He's angry. He's upset. He's humiliated. His legacy is a freaking joke. I mean, he may be going to prison if they actually do their job now at the freaking Justice Department, if Trump gets in there, for crying out loud. And by the way, the Politico White House bureau chief, Jonathan Lemine, or Lemire, I guess is Lemire, accused Republicans of seizing on the comments to claim the president was criticizing half the country. We are seizing upon it because he was criticizing half the country. Were you freaking kidding me? And by the way, he says, it's a lot. The story on the right, they're trying to paint it like the next basket of deplorables. Okay, here you go. How about cut number 5, Flounder? Speaking of basket of deplorables.
You could put half of Trump supporters into what I call the basket of deplorables.
And
right?
There's more. Don't go away. She's just started.
The racist, sexist, homophobic, xenophobic, Islamophobic, you name it. But that other basket of people are people who feel the government has let them down. The economy has let them down.
Yeah, your economy.
Nobody cares about them.
Your government doesn't care.
Is that what she said in 2016?
Yeah.
After 8 years of Obama?
Right, exactly.
And she's talking about the government letting them down, the economy letting them down after 8 years of a Democrat?
Yeah, running against Trump. I mean, it's unbelievable. 5:13, have a little fun time. Holy crap, it's sports is coming up and Flounders Funnies. And, for the little people, some live entertainment coming your way. No, it's right. It's going to be fine. For garbage, you're just garbage anyway.
XTRA 106.3's live commercial-free election night broadcast will be appointment listening this Tuesday night. But you'll also be able to stream the video live on YouTube. Be here for the best election night conversation in Atlanta with live results and analysis from the conservative voices you know and trust.
This is the ballgame. This is for all the marble. This is like,
this is the country.
Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and stream election night coverage across Atlanta.
It's only me. Let's have a little fun trying to get your new health insurance plan. I can't even get the words out. Holy smokes, what a terrible time for it. Especially if you're self-employed, have your own business, maybe self-insured. Now, listen, I don't know squat about this. Bridge to Medicare, all that kind of stuff. Chronic illness might wipe you out. I don't know stuff about that, but I know who does. The health insurance doctor, introducing the way around that Obamacare, Schmamacare business, trying to get somebody to answer the phone over there. How about things like $0 deductible? This nationwide PPO, whatever that is, the health insurance doctor has got all that stuff, benefit plans, comprehensive stuff that you can customize them. He's got people saving like 60% over Obamacare. Been doing it for a couple of decades, and no cost. You don't have to pay for it. He'll do it for free. The health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. It's a health insurance doctor. He's got the plan for you. Check it out. Unless you like going through all the fine print yourself, make him do it. The health insurance doctor on the web, healthinsurancedoctor.net.
This is Jonathan Geller at D. Geller & Son Jewelers, Atlanta's engagement ring and wedding band destination since 1939. Why? Easy. Hand-picked diamonds that just shine brighter at a value that can't be beat. An unbelievable selection of engagement rings and wedding bands, from classic to modern to off the wall, because, hey, you like what you like. And because we've been jewelers for generations, we can bring your dream ring to life with full custom abilities. If you're getting engaged, we make shopping for diamonds easy with Atlanta's best staff of trained gemologists. Tell us what matters to you, and we'll work together to get you the best value. We're a small family-owned business. We live here. We want you to like us. Already engaged? Congrats, you found your perfect match. Time for your ring to find its perfect match. Just bring yourself, your partner, stack them up, and try as many wedding band looks as you can dream up. Make it personal with touches like birthstones and engraving. So when it's time for the next chapter, come see Atlanta's most trusted jeweler since 1939, D. Geller & Son, in Atlanta, Kennesaw, and Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
The Upper Deck Golf Experience is coming to Truist Park November 21st through the 23rd. Upper Deck golf events let fans play a round of golf throughout Truist Park, from the upper decks down to custom greens on the field below, all while enjoying great music, cold drinks, delicious food, and multiple golfing challenges. With tee times ranging from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., there's a slot that can fit your schedule. Book your tee time today at braves.com/upperdeck.
Georgia, are you ready to stand up for our values and our future? The Georgia Republican Party is committed to protecting our families, our freedoms, and our way of life. From supporting law enforcement to defending our constitutional rights, we are fighting for you every day. Join us in advocating for lower taxes, better schools, stronger communities, and together we can ensure that Georgia remains the land of opportunity for all. In the upcoming 2024 and 25 elections, we're dedicated to informing, educating, attracting, and inviting all Georgians to vote Republican at every level, state, local, and federal. Get involved. Visit our website at gagop.org to learn how you can support our local candidates and initiatives. Let's make our voices heard, because in Georgia, we believe in hard work, family values, and the American dream. Stand with us, the Georgia Republican Party. Stand for Georgia. Learn more by visiting gagop.org.
Jason Albritton here from Southern Exteriors. This holiday season, we're doing something truly special with our Home for the Holidays roof giveaway. Until November 30th, you have the chance to nominate a deserving family in need of a brand new roof just in time for the holidays. Imagine the comfort of knowing a family will enter the holiday season in a safe, secure home. It's more than just a roof. It's a peace of mind and a place to make cherished memories. Let's come together and make a difference. The winner will be announced on December 4th. To learn more, submit your nomination. Visit southernexteriors.co. Southern Exteriors, where home means more.
Convenience is defined as the state of being able to proceed with something with little effort or difficulty. Well, at RBM of Atlanta, we embody this philosophy. Meet our Mercedes-Benz pickup and delivery service. It gives you back time and money. Does your Mercedes-Benz need service? If so, we'll pick up your vehicle that's requiring service from your home or office and bring it back to our dealership for the required service. With over 100 appointments available every weekday, over 50 appointments on Saturdays, and more than 200 courtesy vehicles in our fleet, we're here to serve. We'll work around your schedule. We're here to save you time, energy, and money. RBM of Atlanta is a J.D. Power 2023 Diamond Dealer of Excellence for the customer sales experience and Georgia's only 9-time Mercedes-Benz Best of the Best winner. We're proud to be Atlanta's Mercedes-Benz connection since 1964. Pickup and delivery service restrictions do apply. Ask your service coordinator or service advisor for details.
And of course, the gray may help too. Hey, how's it going? I got 5:19. Sorry, 5 o'clock hour brought to you by our friends at Lee Brandt Jewelers, where luxury jewelry and watches are affordable. Drop by their store in Sandy Springs or visit LeeBrandt.com. Hey, holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Hey. The world's largest outdoor cocktail party is moving.
Oh, no.
The annual college football game between Georgia and Florida will move to Atlanta in 2026.
What?
Tampa in 27, while the stadium in Jacksonville is being renovated. Next year's game will also be in Jacksonville. The Bulldogs play the Gators in Jacksonville Saturday at 3:30. I have now set the record for saying the name Jacksonville in a 3-sentence story.
Yes, you have.
Where's my cookie?
No.
Last night was everything you've always hated about New York City. New York City.
Man.
Firstly, the Yankees win.
No.
Secondly, their fans. Yanks stay alive, an 11-4 rout in the Bronx despite yet another first-inning blast from Freddie Freeman. But this time, the Dodgers could not hold the lead. Here's what it sounded like.
Freeman cracks one deep to right field. And gone again! Freddie Freeman floating in the World Series.
I think that's exactly what I texted out. He did it again. I mean, this is unbelievable.
He hadn't hit a homer in a month before he started this.
He's got a bad leg, and the whole... Anyway.
Joe Davis, no relation, on Fox Sports. Everybody complaining that him and Smoltz are talking too much.
Smoltz always talks too much. I like John Smoltz.
I do. I love listening to him, but
he
sometimes
talks too much.
A little bit. The former Braves first baseman, Freddie, now has hit a long ball in 6 straight Fall Classic games. Anthony Volpe's grand slam, the big blow for New York. And speaking of big blows, everybody's talking about the D-bags who accosted Mookie Betts when he grabbed a foul ball in the right field stands there. While one of the human rolls of fat grabbed the glove and wrestled the baseball out of it, the other sheepshagger took hold of Mookie's wrist and began wrenching his arm. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, folks.
Yeah.
No joke.
No.
You can find it funny if you want, and parts of it are. But the number one rule as a fan, you don't ever touch a ball player on the field. Ever. Much less wrestle with them. Betts could have injured his wrist, could have broken a finger. Bad things could have happened right there. Could have been held up while the guy's grabbing his arm.
Right.
Both douche nozzles admitted they had planned on doing something like this for a long time. Both were ejected. That is not enough. They should both receive permanent bans from any and all baseball ballparks in the majors, and I'm not kidding. This is no Jeffrey Mayer situation where a kid makes a dumb play and gets away with it because he's a Yankees fan. These are two alleged grown-ass men acting like drunken thugs and attacking a ball player on the field, and that's what, especially the second one, attacking.
Yeah.
In a world of justice, Mookie should have pulled one of them over the wall and pummeled them into a hospital. I'm telling you right now, I would have grabbed the one that grabbed me.
I guarantee you. He could have pulled a tendon. He could have dislocated a ligament.
Yep.
He could have broken like a finger or his wrist. He could have broken his wrist. If he had broken it, let me tell you something.
He was grabbing it and twisting it.
On your wrist, there are teeny little bones that go all around the wrist. If you crack those, which I did bouncing my fist off a skull, what do you call it, skinhead, and a doorway, it breaks those little bones, and your wrist is never the same.
Somehow you managed to put a fight at the World Series.
Well, he tried to block me from a stairway, and I reacted badly. I'm sorry.
Absolutely amazing. Despite claiming they were not banned at a bar later, the Yankees announced the two will not be allowed in the stadium tonight. So, MLB asked the Yankees not to let them back in. And Chipper Jones tweeted, asked?
Yeah.
Who's in charge here, Rob Manfred?
Asked. Yeah.
What do you mean asked?
Right.
They should have been kicked out. And ESPN was just kissing their buttons. Any other fans in any other city does this, and all hell's breaking loose. Oh, it's New Yorkers. We had to put up with it.
No, you don't. Yeah. And this same, the Rob Manfred, the same guy who puts a fat rapper guy that no one has ever heard of in the middle of
Fat Joe. Now,
Oh,
supposedly the lady who did last night did a good job. I did not hear it. She supposedly did a good job. So obviously, white people can't sing the national anthem anymore.
Not anymore.
Anywhere, at any point.
Yeah.
Anyway, tonight a rematch of Game 1. Jack Flaherty for L.A. against Garrett Cole for the Spankies. Dodgers up 3-1. Meanwhile, if Juan Soto leaves the Yankees in free agency and may go to the Dodgers, that's what the reports are.
Oh, man.
One of the players the Yanks might replace him with would not have to travel very far. Poor Mets fans.
Oh, no.
Pete Alonso.
Oh, my God. Is he going to take his pearl necklace with him, or wasn't that him?
No, that was Jock Peterson from the Braves.
Sorry.
But so close. One guy plays for the Mets and has never made the World Series.
Well, Pete Alonso, Peterson.
Jock Peterson.
That's why Peterson, Peter. See, I got that.
Spells with a D.
Well, I was saying the same thing.
So close. Once again.
Very close.
Another blow to the Atlanta Hawks.
Well.
Guard Bogdan Bogdanovic will be out for at least a month with a hamstring problem. 32-year-old has not played since the season opener, had a non-surgical procedure yesterday. I don't know what that is. Hold you down and stretch it?
Well, apparently, ripped that out of there.
The Hawks already have lost guards Dyson Daniels and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Vit Krejci, to injuries during the Monday night loss to the Wizards. Daniels, a right hip flexor strain. We all know how powerful that is.
That can be that way.
I did that reaching for that earlier.
Oh.
And can be out of tonight's game at Washington. And Vit had a right adductor strain, whatever that is, and expected to be out at least 2 weeks.
Oh, my.
This is also, they're missing small forward DeAndre Hunter with a right knee inflammation and backup point guard Kobe Buffkin with right shoulder subluxation.
Not the subluxation.
Yeah, that Shohei has.
I thought it was only golfers.
Left.
Yeah.
Golfers. You can add Charles Barkley to the long list of people who don't like the Dwayne Wade statue in Miami. Sir Charles said, shout out to the statue maker. Get your education next time. You're not good at your first job. And I said it yesterday. He looks like an angry Joe Rogan emerging from a vat of Hershey's chocolate syrup.
There's no, I mean, what were they thinking? Someone should have.
He's never seen Dwayne Wade in his life.
Someone should have.
And how many times do you see this?
I know.
The sculptor, it doesn't look a thing like them.
I know. But how could someone not say, excuse me, but they couldn't check on his progress?
Before.
I mean, but while he's doing it. To say that's really not his face. Could you worry? Maybe you're going to have to redo something.
You need to stick the head back in the kiln a little bit and work on the features.
Just a cheek
does nobody
area?
Proofread this? There's no editors anymore.
I don't.
It's like they're working for a sports website or something.
And I assume he didn't do it for free.
I hope not.
There's got to be money involved, and I want their money back.
Hell, he should have paid the team to
melt it down or something. Good Lord. Anyway.
The New York Jets are 2-6.
Uh-oh.
But do not despair, Jets fans.
No.
Aaron Rodgers has finally gotten it all worked out. The final piece of the puzzle.
Oh, what's that?
He's found what he calls a fountain of youth drink. It's called water. But not just any water.
No.
It's water mixed with cayenne pepper.
Oh, please.
Supposedly, this helps with inflammation. It's supposed to be good for you.
It makes you get rid of your fluid yeast, I suppose, yeah.
Don't know how it'll help his quarterback play, but he's already set fire to the team bathroom twice. Can you imagine dating this crazy man?
Look out, here he comes again.
There's like a dragon going in there.
Oh, my God.
Falcons host the Cowboys in the Benz Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox. Yeah. And for the second time this season, Kirk Cousins of the Falcons named the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah.
Led all quarterbacks with 1,200-plus passing yards in the month of October, edging out Lamar Jackson by 1 yard.
Wow.
His 10-touchdown passes third most last month. Last month, we're still in it. And Cousins posted a passer rating of 109, which ranked fifth. Both of these awards came right after wins over Tampa Bay. Linda Holliday used to date Bill Belichick. Good-looking blonde woman. But she's probably in her 50s. I'd say something like that. A little close to age appropriate, if that's a thing.
Well,
now Belichick dates a woman a third his age. Yeah. You know, he's 70. She's about 30, something like that.
She's like 24.
24. Yeah, you're right. She's a lot younger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's third.
Yeah.
She's, less than a third. Yeah. She's a quarter.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I said there'd be no math. Linda is handling it all very well that she got dumped for the 24-year-old. Yeah. Very graciously.
Really? Is she? Really?
Or Linda was spotted over the weekend wearing a Halloween costume from the movie Kill Bill. A costume of Uma Thurman's iconic The Bride outfit.
With the blood and everything. The bloody bride. Sexy bloody bride. She's going as sexy bloody bride.
By the way, if you need a good laugh, check out all the videos of Bears fans reacting to their Hail Mary loss to Washington. It is absolute classic stuff right there. Today in sports history, October 30th, 2021, the Bravos took a 3-1 lead in the World Series with a 3-2 win at Truist Park in Game 4. Dylan Lee began the game as the opener, quickly replaced by Cal Wright, who escaped a bases-loaded gem in the first with just 1 run scored. Atlanta cut Houston's lead to 2-1 in the sixth, and then got back-to-back homers from Dansby Swanson, remember him?
Yeah.
And Jorge Soler in the seventh to take the lead for good.
I hope Dansby's doing. Is he doing all right with the Cubs?
He's doing okay.
Yeah.
But he's playing for the Cubs, so you know they don't make the playoffs, and they kind of disappears there.
I know. Oh, he blew over my papers.
Is that a euphemism? 1956, the Brooklyn Dodgers sell Ebbets Field to a real estate group. They agree to stay in the stadium through 1959.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
And have an option to extend their stay through 1961. They lied.
They lied, yeah.
They were in L.A. by 58.
Yeah.
And the next year won a World Series. Imagine being a Brooklyn Dodgers fan.
Oh, my God.
You wait your entire life and you win one in 1955. And 2 years after they leave, they win one in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
Who did they beat? 59. Who did they? The team that Braves probably would have beat the World Series if they hadn't lost to the Dodgers in the playoff series.
You know, I don't know. Yankees probably.
You won't believe this. The worst team in baseball right now.
Montreal or somebody?
Montreal doesn't exist anymore.
The
worst.
Like
they just set a record.
Isn't Cincinnati?
They just set
Detroit?
the record for the worst.
Chicago White Sox.
The White Sox.
That's right.
And who would take that job as a manager? I say they've got some guy from the Rangers. Who would take that job?
They must be able to get a lot of draft picks or something. I mean, if they're that
about
bad,
5 years.
Yeah, but how could they not be? Get number one in the draft and make deals and all kinds of? I mean, I think
it's the White Sox. First, why would you want to live there? Why would you want to play? That ballpark sucks. The fans. Anyway, here's your Halloween tidbit of the day.
All right.
Do not leave the broom outside tonight or tomorrow night.
Ooh, why not?
The witch will show up, fly off with it, along with your soul.
No broom leaving.
No broom leaving.
Oh my God. Well, we have so much more in sports history stuff coming up here very shortly with the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. 5:30 is our clock time. 404-741-1230. How you doing? It's almost Halloween. I got more stuff coming up, and here's looking at you. Look at it. The legend Neil Bortz is only on XTRA 106.3. Hey, it's a Kimmer. How's it going? Here's what you missed from the Talkmaster.
And I'm talking about prescription drugs being advertised. We're teaching our kids drugs are the answer. Should they be permitted to advertise? Yeah, go ahead. Name the drug, the side effects, and tell them what it can do for you, and get the hell off the tube.
Catch Neil's commentary every day on XTRA 106.3 or listen anytime on the XTRA 106.3 app.
I'm a little tired of talking about this politics. I'd rather talk about my safety, and not only from the incoming administration. If it's the wrong one, well, luckily Jeff and Mark and my buddies at Atlanta Safe House have everything covered to keep your documents safe, at least, and the stuff you hold dear to your heart. You know, I was thinking about this today. What if you get in an accident, or like with my kids, if something happens to me and maybe I'm out cold in a hospital or something, and they need to maybe cancel my credit cards or look at my medical records, or a doctor wants to find out when the last time whatever it is, they can go to the safe. They know exactly where everything is, how to get everything they need to take your stuff where you... Like, I lost some medical records down in Florida, so those are gone, and I suffered for it, but again, it's my fault. Keep us safe, and even things like old photographs, so they don't yellow up and curl and all that kind of stuff. Maybe your original love letter, something like that. I don't know. Maybe your secret plans for the takeover. Give me a break. It could be anything. Jewels and coins and cash and stuff you want to save. Protecting your assets. Atlanta Safe House has a showroom in Acworth. They love it when you go up and say howdy up off Industrial Boulevard. You just take a little selfie and tell them the Kimmer sent you. They've got, by the way, it's still gun safe sale month. You're going to save hundreds of dollars. Pistol safes, they've got it all. Tell them the Kimmer sent you. Protecting your stuff. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message. So many of you have told me about your plans for the future. Starting a business, buying a home, retiring near your grandchildren. But prices are too high. So let me tell you what I will do about it as president. I will take on price gouging. I will lower the cost of health care insurance. We cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors. I'm running to do that for everyone. And I will provide new down payment assistance to first-time home buyers and tax benefits to people who want to start their own business. Donald Trump, well, he wants to give more tax breaks to the wealthy, whereas I will cut taxes for the middle class instead. Because I know working people want to do more than just get by. You want to get ahead, and that's the future you deserve. And that is what I will focus on every day as your president. Paid for by Harris for President.
Insurance companies know that you don't know a lot about the law, so maybe it would be better just to let your lawyer make the call to the insurance company when there's a problem. David Van Sant should be that lawyer. He used to work for the insurance company. He knows who to call, what to say, and he has your best interest at heart. Plus, if you don't get paid, either does he. Van Sant Law, 855 GA Injury or vansantlaw.com.
Hey, Georgia neighbors, it's time to expect more from your Medicare Advantage. Discover Sonder Health's custom plans tailored just for Georgians. Saunders offers unique benefits, including special plans for those living with chronic conditions. Some plans even come with grocery or gas benefits to support your overall well-being. Sonder Health makes it easy to get the coverage you need. See for yourself what today's Medicare Advantage can do for you. Visit SonderHealthPlans.com, a healthier state of life. Sonder Health Plans is an HMO and PPO with Medicare contracts. Enrollment in Sonder Health Plans depends on contract renewal.
There's something very important that I want you to hear about, and it is the Jace case. This is a supply of emergency medications and antibiotics ready in your home when you most need them. When you look towards the future, we know this is absolutely necessary. Now more than ever, it is important to be prepared and self-sufficient because no one wants to rely on a pharmacy in the middle of an emergency. We're just too dependent on China to rely on our supply lines for our medications. Whether it's antibiotics or our daily medications that we rely on to maintain our health, we must prepare now. When I first heard about Jace Medical, I immediately knew this was something my family and I needed, and you needed to hear about. Dr. Rowland, I told him he's the head doctor at Jace. Every responsible person has to get a Jace case. These Jace cases are going to save lives, so please, I'm urging you, get a Jace case for your loved ones, get one for you. Get the right meds the moment you need them at jace.com. Use the promo code BECK for a discount.
It's time to turn work into fun with Exmark mowers this fall from Howard Brothers. Exmark mowers are built for speed, precision, and durability, making every cut cleaner, every job faster, and you can have fun doing it. Whether you're mowing lawns or tackling leaves, Exmark gets the job done fast, giving you more time to enjoy the season. So gear up and save time with mowers the pros trust. Visit Howard Brothers to check out your next Exmark mower today. The grass is always greener when you take care of it with Exmark and Howard Brothers.
Oops, I might have said a bad word. Did I say a bad word? I was saying a bad word. I may have missed it. Carmela's done it again. We'll get to that in a second. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, how you doing? 5:36. Patricia, call back if you like. She was calling during sports. If you'd like to call back, sweetie, we'd love to talk to you as always. In the meantime, Elton John on the radio. 1970, Elton released his third album, Tumbleweed Connection. The cover photo of the album taken at Horsted Keynes railway station south of London, and it captured John and Bernie Taupin in front of the late 19th century station to represent the album's rural Americana concept, despite that it was in England. Just kind of bizarre. Our, let's see, birthday list includes, now I don't watch the Chucky TV series, Curse of Chucky and Cult of Chucky and Child's Play Chucky, stuff like that. But the woman named Fiona, I got to get froggy here over here. Hold on a minute. I got to get to the freaking doctor. Fiona Dourif is 43. She played Nika Pierce in the Chucky TV series, Curse of Chucky 2. In real life, she's the daughter of Brad Dourif, the guy who plays Chucky in all the Child's Play movies, in case you know who that is, okay? And now a couple of sports history things there. Pete Davis left over here. Let's see. 1945, the day that Branch Rickey actually signed Jackie Robinson to a contract with the Montreal Royals, their top minor league team, for the Brooklyn Dodgers. 2023, Forbes magazine says Magic Johnson is the fourth athlete to become a billionaire. The others were LeBron James, Tiger Woods, and Michael Jordan. I have a Michael Jordan story.
What a racist country this is.
Well, those black people can't get anywhere unless they're obviously crooked or criminals or something. Clear. Oh, wait, they're billionaires? Oh, my God.
Well, most of them didn't even get through college.
That's right. Well, you can't.
Or graduate.
Well, you know.
LeBron never went to college.
No. He went drafted in the NBA when he was like 17 in high school.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire. Billionaire. And, of course, Michael Jordan. I have Michael Jordan story. You probably don't want to hear it. And on 26... I guess not. 20...
No, keep moving.
Oh, no, tell us this. Never mind. 2016, the Oakland Raiders set an NFL record for the most penalties in one football game. The referees tossed 23 flags against the Oakland Raiders alone. It was for 200 yards of penalties. My God. By
the way, you wasted Kimmer's story time this hour with that story you told during sports.
Well, then I won't be telling anymore. In 1974, the Rumble in the Jungle, as opposed to the Thrilla in Manila. Muhammad Ali knocked out George Foreman in the 8th round of their 15-round bite in Kanasha, Zaire. Ali got back his heavyweight crown. It was the famous rope-a-dope.
I hated
1974. And by the way, George Foreman was, to me, the scariest-looking heavyweight champ I ever saw.
Outside Tyson, him and Tyson.
Well, no, Tyson didn't look as mean as George Foreman to me.
Ooh, I don't know.
I mean, Mike Tyson was more brutal. When the bell rang, Mike Tyson was going to kill you. I mean, so I had no question about that. But in terms of just the demeanor of as Sonny Liston, too. Sonny Liston looked like a murderer.
Well, supposedly.
He was a murderer. I mean, but and Foreman got his ass handed to him in the 8th round. 1974, Rumble in the Jungle. 2001, Michael Jordan returned to the NBA. Michael Jordan, so I could tell another story. Michael Jordan, NBA, returned with the Washington Wizards after a 3.5-year retirement. Michael Jordan went back to play, and the Knicks beat the Wizards 93-91. So there you go. Anyway, so I guess we'll have the Michael Jordan story will never be repeated again. 540, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder, 404-741-1230.
Is it time?
I think it's time. Flounder, what do you think, my friend? 5:40 in the afternoon?
Hold on,
bringing some sunlight to the lives of you, the miserable...
We've been talking for 2 hours and we're going to do this again.
No, let's not do anything with Flounder. He's very busy. And now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we bring you something very special. The Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Bad Text Theater Playhouse. Today's episode, Baby, Please, I'm Not from Havana. The scene, A typical suburban home where Mr. and Mrs. Jockelmeyer live, but there's trouble in paradise. Mr. Jockelmeyer is unable to plant a child in Mrs. Jockelmeyer, so they agree to use a surrogate father. Today's the day for the proxy dad to arrive, if you follow what I'm talking about. Mr. Jockelheimer kisses his wife goodbye and says, well, I'm off now. The man should be here soon. And off he goes to work. Not half an hour later, and just by chance, a door-to-door baby photographer happened to ring the doorbell, hoping to make a sale. Ding dong, the bell rings. Mrs. Jockelheimer answers the door, and the photographer says,
good morning. I've come to...
Oh, no need to explain. I've been expecting you.
Have you really? Well, that's good. Did you know babies are my specialty?
That's what my husband and I had hoped. Please come in and have a seat. Where do we start?
Leave everything to me. I usually try 2 in the bathtub, 1 on the couch, and perhaps a couple on the bed. And sometimes the living room floor is fun. You can really spread out there.
Bathtub? Living room floor? No wonder it didn't work for Harry and me.
Well, none of us can guarantee a good one every time. But if we try several different positions and I shoot from 6 or 7 angles, I'm sure you'll be pleased with the results.
My, that's a lot.
She gasped.
In my line of work, a man has to take his time. I'd love to be in and out in 5 minutes, but I'm sure you'd be disappointed with that.
Don't I know it?
She said quietly to herself. The photographer opens his briefcase and pulled out a portfolio of baby pictures.
This one was done on top of a bus.
Oh, my God.
And these twins turned out exceptionally well when you consider their mother was so difficult to work with.
She was difficult?
Yes, I'm afraid so. I finally had to take her to the park to get the job done right. People were crowding around 4 and 5 deep to get a good look.
4 and 5 deep?
Yes, for more than 3 hours, too. The mother was consistently squealing and yelling, and I could hardly concentrate. And when darkness approached, I had to rush my shots. Finally, when the squirrels began nibbling on my equipment, I just had to pack it all in.
Mrs. Jockelheimer leaned forward.
Do you mean they actually chewed on your equipment?
It's true, yes. Well, if you're ready, I'll set up my tripod and we can get to work right away.
Tripod?
Oh, yes. I need to use a tripod to rest my Canon on. It's much too big to be held in the hands for very long.
Mrs. Jockelmeyer fainted.
And scene!
Oh, there you have it. Another spectacular... Pete Davis, ladies and gentlemen.
Author.
Unbelievable. Baby, I'm not from Havana. Another presentation of the Not the Kimmers Rainy Day Theater Bad Text Playhouse. A presentation to keep you, the little people, from doing something horrible as we bring just a moment of happiness into your otherwise miserable little lives. No. Thank Pete, for really take a bow. Oh, God. Oh, man. Thank you.
It's only acting.
5:45.
My
It's
boy.
acting, my dear boy. It's called acting. We are better than you. Reading other people's words.
Smarter people that wrote those words.
We want your money now. Anyway, Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, how's it going? 544 404-741-1230. Let's do one quick thing before we do a break here, Flounder. This is so much fun. Oh, no, actually, we're going to wait because we got a double whammy here about Carmela's side piece, including the Kimmer's hidden secret microphone inside one of her staff meetings. You're not going to believe how her staff, this is exactly what happened when President Stupidface, the child molester, Joe Biden, when he said, and the staff keeps going, oh my God, don't let him out anymore, don't let him say this. You're going to hear Vice President Carmela's side piece on being interviewed and her staff reacting to it as we go. That's coming up, plus the siren for Carmela. Kipper, Pete, and Flounder, 5:45 right here.
XTRA 106.3's live commercial-free election night broadcast will be appointment listening this Tuesday night. but you'll also be able to stream the video live on YouTube. Be here for the best election night conversation in Atlanta with live results and analysis from the conservative voices you know and trust.
This is the ball game. This is for all the marbles. This is like,
this is for the country. Grab the XTRA 106.3 app now and stream election night coverage across Atlanta.
Are you concerned about securing your family's future and assets? Look no further than Nelson Elder Care Law. As a family-owned and family-focused firm, we offer absolute assurance and peace of mind through our comprehensive asset protection services. Visit NelsonElderCareLaw.com to explore how we can safeguard your legacy and provide tailored solutions for your family's well-being.
Hey, are you paying crazy rates for your health insurance? Call Doug Moore at 770-697-0100. Your health insurance cost shouldn't look like a house payment. Are you tired of having things not covered, like doctor visits, labs, etc.? Doug can help, so call him at 770-697-0100. Doug sells all forms of health insurance. His plans have no deductibles, and you don't have to switch doctors. If you're paying too much for health insurance, Doug can help. He has over 20 years experience. You can go to his website and request a quote. Go to yourchoicehealthplan.net. That's yourchoicehealthplan.net, or call his cell phone at 770-697-0100. Doug can make a plan that you will be able to use. Call 770-697-0100 and he can help. Or go to his website to request a quote, yourchoicehealthplan.net, and contact him. Doug says don't fret. Go to yourchoicehealthplan.net and he can bring rates down. 770-697-0100.
Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watch Company, where quality and value make the difference. Locally owned and located in Sandy Springs, offering you the finest selection of unique diamonds, sapphires, rubies, and emerald jewelry, as well as other fine gemstones. Lee Brandt Jewelry and Watches has been servicing Rolex watches for over 30 years, and their Rolex-trained watchmaker will service your watch in their state-of-the-art Rolex service center in their store. Lee Brandt uses only genuine Rolex parts, and their estimates are free. Drop by Lee Brandt in the Trader Joe's Shopping Center in Sandy Springs or visit LeeBrandt.com.
You may know that ATL Turf Co. has become a leader in artificial grass design and installation services, but you may not know that ATL Turf Co. is a large artificial grass distributor. We only sell U.S.-made, premium name brand turf at factory direct pricing below wholesale. And now we're open to the public with large inventories of lawn and landscape, putting green, athletic, and pet turf on sale. Plus, all remnants are on sale for only $1 per square foot, direct from Dalton to our warehouse in Kennesaw. Visit atlturfco.com to learn more. atlturfco.com.
Neil Borch here. Maybe you've already taken the steps to improve your health, maybe save your life. You're using a CPAP for your sleep apnea. I've been using one for well over 20 years. So right now I'm here to tell you about a source for CPAPs and CPAP supplies here in the Atlanta area. CPAPs, etc. They're in Alpharetta. They have whatever you need. Roddy and Sharon are your CPAP experts, and they'll ship nationwide. More information, CPAPs.com.
Okay, this is really important that you take action on shoring yourself up. Silver now is on the rise. In fact, it's surging since January when I started talking about Lear Capital with you. The price of silver has risen 39%. Now, this is unprecedented, with supply dropping and demand soaring. In the short term, it could rise somewhere between 60 and 100%. And it's not just here at home. China is buying massive amounts of silver as well. I urge you to call Lear Capital now, 800-475-2280. Learn how silver can protect you during financial chaos. Silver is an affordable way you can personally hedge against the insanity of the failing U.S. dollar. Lear Capital. Call them now, 800-475-2280. They're the only gold company with a 24-hour risk-free purchase guarantee. Also, make sure you ask them about how you can get up to $15,000 in bonus gold or silver with qualifying purchases. Call Lear Capital at 800-475-2280. Do it now.
Hey, it's Kimmer. Let me ask a question. Are you self-employed, self-insured, maybe a small business owner? For those of us who are healthy right now, what happens when you get chronically ill? Could be fine, but that could wipe you out. You think Obamacare is going to help you figure this stuff out? Good luck getting somebody to answer the phone. Well, I got a guy. Steven, the health insurance doctor, has a better solution. It's the non-Obamacare health plan. These plans are available year-round, open enrollment periods, $0 deductibles, no co-payments when you see your doctor. You have the power of a nationwide PPO, whatever that is, to see any doctor, any hospital. The health insurance doctor's clients saving up to 60% over Obamacare, many saving up to $10,000 a year in premiums. The health insurance doctor's been serving Metro Atlanta for decades. Stephen has thousands of satisfied clients. Stephen, the health insurance doctor, will personally answer your call, always help you, and it's free, no cost to you. You don't have to pay him. The health insurance doctor, 678-523-0759. 678-523-0759. On the web, healthinsurancedoctor.net. Well, we got more new updates on the garbage talk, by the way. Here we go first. Marvin Gaye, baby. The guy could sing. 1968, Marvin released I Heard It Through the Grapevine, his first #1 single. It was his 15th hit and his first British #1. Written by Norman Whitfield and Barrett Strong, the single recorded by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles and Gladys Knight and the Pips. But Marvin Gaye had his first #1 with that in 1968. Let's see, a couple of birthday actions here real quickly. Gavin Rossdale from Bush is 59, and he's Gwen Stefani's ex-husband. 59 years old. Ben Bailey, I don't know the name, but I know the guy, the Cash Cab. I don't know if that's still...
I love that show.
That was a great show. I for some reason, I don't know. Is it still on? I don't know. I don't think it's still on. But it was... first time I ever saw it, so this is kind of weird. Yeah. Well, Ben Bailey, the Cash Cab guy, is 54.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, but it was weird. There was never traffic.
Yeah, I know.
In New York City. Yeah, in Manhattan.
No horns blowing. Nobody crashing India. Hey, I'm working here.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm walking.
But what a great idea, man. I just came. Otis Williams of the Temptations, the last member of the Temptations. Otis is 83. Let's see. Daniel Cooper in 1894 patented the time clock. And I remember when I had one across the street in the radio in 1972, I came in an hour early, so I couldn't punch a time clock. And a few times they had to do it for me, and I was late, and then they had a big thing, and I had to go to the people. They were, God, it was
Home Depot was the last job I had that used it.
Anyway, 553, Pete Davis. Tell him the story of what's going on. Two things. Carmela's side piece. I'm not making this up. I wish we had the sound. It's out there somewhere. We'll try to find it maybe for tomorrow. Somebody's doing an interview with her again. She doesn't do it. She hasn't done a single news conference, but she does these personal one-on-one interviews with friends. And this one, I think it was a girl reporter, asked her something about the economy or support for Hamas or whatever. And I swear to God, her first comment was, well, I'm from a middle-class family. She said it again like last night. Doesn't she know that we're making fun? Well, I guess not. Anyway, check out this story about what happened when President Slimebag called us all garbage.
All right, the latest report. Kamala's campaign full crisis mode following her speech last night. She urgently convened an emergency meeting with all her people, communications director, campaign manager, all of it, about Biden saying garbage. During the meeting, Miss Julie Chavez, who's basically the campaign manager, said, quote, unless President Biden gets his blank under control now, we're effed. It's over, end quote. Harris contacted the White House requesting a direct conversation with President Biden to urge him to retract his remarks in full and apologize. However, she was redirected to the White House Communications Director, Ben LaBolt, who informed her that the president's only concession would be to issue a clarifying statement, which was posted on X, but only aggravated the situation.
His clarifying statement didn't say anything. It said, I was talking about the gentleman's comments, and that's all I wanted to say. I mean, that was unbelievable.
Why didn't she such good friends with him? Why didn't she just walk up to the White House and knock on the door?
Yeah, exactly.
Trick or treat.
And by the way, if you don't think this was another example of Biden throwing her under the bus, holy crap. The night she gave her famous speech of the farewell at the National Mall, or whatever the hell they're calling this thing, the National Mall that features the White House, the ellipse. Oh, my God. Walking out on stage. And by the way, play cut number 4 here, Flounder. She gets out on stage, and it's typical. What have we been complaining about in America because of her open border policies? Crime. Well, guess what? Here she is talking about how wonderful she is, and guess what you hear in the background?
We'll have the chance to make a decision that directly impacts your life, the life of your family, and the future of this country we love.
Officer Malloy.
And it will probably
you could kill it there. Her speech was so filled with hate. You'd think that, honest to God, I wrote this down in the car coming into work. You would think that her speech was so filled with hate and how bad Donald Trump is and how dangerous he says he wanted an armed mob to the Capitol and everything else. If you were from a foreign nation and all you knew was this, you would think, if you heard her speech, that she was actually justifying why she had him killed. If you listen to her words, and if the background is Donald Trump was murdered by an assassin's bullet, and then you play her speech, she is justifying why she thought that should happen. I mean, think about it. She was giving you all the evidence about why this man is so bad that he's better just to be removed from the earth.
RNC just stopped Michigan Democrats from counting 168,000 duplicate ballots.
Oh, my God. Flounder, quick, Kimmer Sidden, secret microphone from the vice president's staff meeting. She was being interviewed again, and her staff was watching, and they caught her. Number 7 here, Flounder, if you would, sir.
Let me go back to reaffirm, which was number 2.
Do we have any snipers? Can we take her out? You got a gun? I'll do it.
Immigrants whose descendants, of course, run companies, successful companies like Clovis in Silicon Valley, where I had the good fortune to visit earlier this year. Yes.
Your time is nearly up.
Oh, dear.
You mentioned a third R.
Thank you so much, Andrea. And I'm absolutely going to get to that.
Jesus, that is a wicked twitch.
I can't watch this. Yeah, neither can she, because her eyes don't work.
Her staff.
It is repel. That's right.
Repel? Why did she say repel?
What is it, talk like a pirate day?
I mean, we need to repel unwanted immigration. We need to repel criminals. We need to repel obesity. We need to repel torturers.
I think I've endorsed a Nazi. Or explain the Hitler haircut.
We need to repel the enemies of America.
There you are. Kimmer Sidden, secret microphone. I'm telling you, this woman hasn't changed. She hasn't changed her values at all. We just caught her again. Holy smokes. Anyway, tomorrow, Flounder, do we have Neil Bortz? Do we know? He's been switching days lately.
I'll have to confirm and find out, but we should have Shannon as well. So I'll
hopefully Shannon and Neil Bortz will drop on. And again, trick or treat is tomorrow, and I'm going to do my costume. First, we got one more Flounder's Funnies for Nucky's Hoagies here. If you're going to like this, too.
Figured out if I could come up with a flow chart, if I was unhappy, I could follow the flow chart and become happy. I really did this. This is how my mind works. So, as I looked at it, it was really hard. I had so much going on in my life. And here's how engineers' brains work. I said, I'll start with a simple model and then build from there. So I looked at my son, who was only 1 month old at the time, and I said, let's do his happiness flow chart. Okay, here's happiness flow chart at 1 month. 3 things you need. You got food, yes. You slept, yes. You pooped, yes. You're happy. That's it. That's the key to happiness when you're 1 month old, right, parents? Yes. Yeah. Now, here you are at 50. There's a lot more stuff going on. I gotta go fast. I'm almost out of time. Okay. First of all, you need money, which means, of course, you need to have a job. And if you have a job, you know you gotta have vacation because you don't like your job. Everybody does that. And then you worry about your health as you get older. And then there's all these acronyms: the BMI, your EKG, your LDL, your HDL. And that made me think, well, I like sports. So then I like the NHL, the NBA, and the NFL, which I watch on NBC, where I was on AGT and streaming on Peacock. They're paying me to say that. Just want you to know that. I put that in just for the money. And when I'm watching that on my TV, but no, you can't just have any TV. No, you have to have a smart TV. In fact, all your appliances have to be smart, right? You have to have a smart thermostat and a smart refrigerator, and it's a smart home. It's not going to be good. Every appliances are going to be talking. You're going to walk up to your refrigerator one day. It's going to, hey, buddy, I've been talking to the scale. You are not getting in here, bucko.
Who's that there, Flounder?
That's Mr. Don McMillan.
Don McMillan. All right. Well, boys, have a great night. And pre-Halloween, be careful out there. It's only me. It's only the giver. I got to go. You're killing me. And Christine, baby, sing me home, darling. Hoorah, Herb, look out. I got to go. You're killing me. Herb, see you, boys.
The Morning Extra from 6 to 10 a.m. and The Kimmer Show from 3 to 6 p.m. Only on WFOM and W292EV Marietta. Extra 106.3 FM.